So, evening everybody, and welcome along to the usual Friday night live stream, as we call it, bikes, beers, and the other word I mentioned. When we get to 9 o'clock, press the wrong button there right before we go. We get stuck into the chat. Evening to everybody that's joined us in the room. So a quick hi to Crumbly, Howie, Crazy Dad Biker is here. Who else have we got? Ponkster's just joined us. And of course, these two guys that always jump in early on the stream because one of them has to get up early. First one up, we've got Simon GTR 1400. Evening, Simon.
Evening, Red Bomb. Evening, everybody. How are we doing?
Yeah, we're all good. And joining us on the other side of the half of Milton Keynes is this guy, is Andy GSA Tractor. Evening, Andy.
Hello. No, actually, I've got one of my rare weekends off, so no getting up.
Yeah. Hey. So you're on for a late one tonight. Quick hi to everybody. So Crazy Legs has just joined us. Paul Keating's in the room. Congratulations, Paul. Big round of applause.
Well done, Paul. Well done.
Really well. Hi to Aprilia, he's in the room, and of course, the man himself, Jim Diesel, is in the room.
Jim,
as well as, of course, the White Rock Rider. Let's bring him in, all pucker and looking very, very sweet. It's Mr. JD.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jim.
Mate, we all good?
Hello.
Time no see. How you doing?
There you go. Nice, Simon. Andy, how are you?
Thankfully, it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Loads and loads of people all in the room. Yeah, well done to Paul. So everyone's saying well done, Paul. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. If you didn't know, Paul's passed his mod 2. Well done to him, which means he can now come and pick up that bloody CBF 1000 that I've been keeping clean every day. Less polishing for me on that thing. So well done, Paul. Yeah, as I say, the side link is up. I'm going to bang it up one more time. So if you do want to come and join us in the live stream, let me just put this up one more time. Copy that to the clipboard. I have been putting up loads of links for today. So I've got a couple of subjects that I do want to start now. Obviously, one of our customers this morning, and he tends to join us in the live stream. I very much doubt he's going to be here tonight because he's battered and bruised all down his left side. If you know the big roundabout near IKEA's, Andy?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, coming from Stadium MK down to the roundabout, into the roundabout he went, doing about 30 mile an hour because it's hammering it down a rain, absolutely blowing a gale. And as you look across to the left, you've got the road that goes off towards Mount Farm, into the roundabout, and the guy's in an Audi, doesn't even stop, comes straight across the front. He's already right-hand cornering. Applied his brakes, but obviously the car swept him from the left-hand side and took his front wheel out. Good news was, obviously, it took the front wheel a second later and he would have been T-boned and under the front of that car. Simon's seen the video. I've seen the video. Apart from looking a bit further down the road and noticing that car was barreling at a huge amount of speed, there was nothing he could have done to get away from that. But obviously the bike's 4 inches out on the front wheel, all the left-hand panels are gone. So I think the company are going to write that off. But until it gets sorted, we've put it in the hands of a certain accident specialist that we recommend. Can't even mention the company, but just to say, obviously, Vincent, get yourself well soon, mate. I did take him home, drove him home in the car today because he wanted to get a taxi. I took him home, dropped him off, but he is going to be battered and bruised for about the next week or so. But it's in the hands of insurance. And the stupid bloke admitted liability straight out, told everybody it was my fault. So, you know.
Yeah, it's one hell of a clump, though, he got. It's one hell of a clump. He really hit him hard. So, quick evening to MT over there. And joining us from the top of Scotland, it's the man himself. Hey, it's Mr. Zed.
Good evening.
I don't know if Grant has messaged you, but he said, obviously, if you see Zed in the live stream, give him a big thank you because you were the 400th subscriber.
And he's more than welcome.
Yeah, so he was all smiling and singing and dancing. Another one I want to mention is this guy over here. He's picking up subscribers left, right, and centre. He's doing really, really well for himself. So, yeah.
I'm bribing every single one of them.
Well done on the view account, mate. He's picking up some. All we've got to do now, very far left now, everybody. If you watch my live stream, over on the very far left, this side, subscribe to Andy GSA Tractor, and these two down the bottom, Zhead and Jim Diesel. But obviously, everybody that is in the side chat has a bike channel. So jump on and give them a big subscribe to all those channels. And I've noticed MT Belly's in the room. And obviously, MT had it down about a couple of weeks ago now. So hopefully, MT, you're doing all right now, mate. And look forward to getting you back on the bike.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's everybody been up to this week?
Working.
Yeah, work. Boarding, what?
Work, and work. Another one's just joining us in the room. I'm going to bring in Mark, Mr. Airship Vlogger. Evening, Mark.
Airship.
Mark.
How you doing, buddy?
Evening.
It's getting busy tonight in here. This is really good.
It's too windy for anybody to go anywhere. That's why.
Yeah,
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Well, the funny thing was, because Simon was obviously in the garage, he popped down at dinner time to see me because we've got the GTR running. Them plugs were black as the ace of spades. I actually took a photo and I sent it to Simon because he said to me, he said, if you need any help, I'll come down Friday and show you how to strip the GTR. Normally can do it in 2 hours. Try 4.5. Obviously, first time that I've had a go at doing it with one of my mechanics. But let me zoom in. That is the plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, black as the ace of spades, hence why it wasn't firing. Changed the plugs. It fired on the button first time, but what we're doing now is obviously start it up at night. I start it up 10 minutes early, let it get to 2 bars on the temperature, bring it in, and then turn the damn thing off. So it's going to eat more fuel doing that, but it's going to at least...
Worth it though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worth it, but yeah, I've got my valeter coming in tomorrow to give it a quick once over. There was a lot of people saying, obviously, fences and sheds and everything's all been going over today. Quick one from MT. He's getting there. His wrist's okay. Radial joints mending. So good news. So, yeah, well done on that one, buddy. Crazy's in the room. So Crazy Leg, he's out holding fences up at the moment. So Andy's just subbed onto Jim as well.
Yeah, cheers, Andy.
Yeah, quick one from Zed. Hello, boys. Ali's in the room. So, hi, Ali. Hope you and the guys are all okay down there.
Crazy.
White Rock Rider's in, and I'll tell you what, I was going to say it's really bad down there on that little island.
Yeah, especially
where
that's
the highest winds they've recorded.
Yeah. So I think anyone that was down sort of Somerset way test riding Lex Motos, they would have probably got 20 mile an hour more out of them.
You mean they would have got 30?
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, lost half my fence today. Hammer and nails time. We're obviously we've got electric rollers on all the doors in the garage. And then someone said to me, the front panels come off. I was like, oh, there was me on a forklift today, screwing it all back together with tech screws. So that's all in one bit. And then obviously the boss went out in the Land Rover today to pick a car up with the trailer. God help him with that, bringing the Navara back on the trailer in this weather. But he managed it. But he was sat there and the MOT bay roof lifted by about a foot. So we were out there with bike straps strapping the roof down to the walls to hold the roof in place. But that was I think it was gusting about 70, 80 mile an hour. And then obviously the wife messaged me and said, there's loads of mortar and bricks in the garden. All of our tiles have all come off in the corner. So council job, get them out tomorrow. So It is what it is. You can't do nothing while it's gusty. Wait for it to pass and then deal with it afterwards. So what you been up to over there, Mark? Anything good up north?
Me? No, just at the Lockwood.
I did have a watch of the video with Lockie doing his cleaning his bike. So I didn't realise it was that old.
What, the bike or Lockwood?
No, Lockwood.
The bike. Tis nice though. Tis nice. Right, quick one. I'm gonna cover. Obviously, we've all had it. We've had it today. Driver awareness. Do you think drivers are starting to get a bit more lax looking around? Obviously, with lockdown and what's gone on.
I think they've been doing that for years. I don't think lockdown's got anything to do with it.
I would agree with that. I commuted every day from where I stay, just outside Paisley, through to Coatbridge on the M8. And some of the things that I saw when I was basically driving, women doing makeup, using the vanity mirror to put makeup on. I've seen guys doing paperwork, writing away while they're driving on the steering wheel. It's absolutely shocking. But I think what's happened, what we're noticing now is because people have been off the road due to the sort of initial lockdown, and now we're starting to see the roads getting busier again. The bad habits are getting even worse, not any better.
Do you think they should have, rather than concentrating on speed, you know, like we've got like speed cameras and that, they need to have, don't they, either unmarked cars with coppers going around and catching these I want to say these fuckers out, catching these people out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know, because it's
the,
ridiculous, isn't it?
I know, Jim, I have seen a couple of sort of unmarked police cars, and it's they tend to target lorry drivers, and it's lorry drivers on their mobile phone or whatever, and they'll sit beside them, they'll record enough to prosecute and whatever. But it needs to be right across the board. I would agree with that.
Because they've got down here. I was talking to my cousin because he's a lorry driver, and he was in the depot near the QE2 bridge because he got pulled by the police. But they've got unmarked lorries as well. You can't see into the lorries, so they use unmarked lorries now to try and catch the lorry drivers out. But they need to be catching these idiots out that, like you said, doing their makeup and doing their phones.
What I would do if it was me personally, and I was an MP and I wanted to solve it, I would stipulate that any car that came into the United Kingdom had a blocker on it that jammed any mobile phone signal that could get anywhere near it, rendering any mobile phone useless. Other than the phone being able to link via Bluetooth to your car for you to make emergency phone calls and that. But as far as texting and so on and so forth, some sort of jam on it that when you've started your car, it doesn't work.
Quick one. Obviously, the gentleman that I spoke about getting bangshed by that Audi is in the room. So Vincent's here. So thanks for the mention. Still in pain. You'll get through it with painkillers.
Get well soon, Vince.
Yeah, get well soon, Vincent. But yeah, as me and Simon both said, we both watched the video, and there was nothing you could have done to change the situation or got yourself out of that. That was just too quick. You wouldn't have. Even if you would have braked or put your foot down, absolutely nothing you could have done to got out of that situation. So not your fault, mate. As I say, bikers are better car drivers. Very, very true, because we're more aware of what is going on. Stick all drivers on a bike test. Yeah.
Hands up as a biker and a car driver who still does the lifesavers in the car.
Yeah. My missus,
every single one of us.
She's constantly saying to me, "Why do you keep moving around and looking over your shoulder in the car?" Or my head is constantly moving mirror to mirror, and she's like, "You look forward." I went, "Yeah, but I'm checking my mirrors. I'm constantly over my shoulder, coming up side entry roads where you've got a slip road coming in, and I'm right here looking over my shoulder, looking down the slip road. You've got a mirror. No, I want to be checking my blind spot all the bloody time."
See the car advanced tests that people do for IAM or whatever. They train car drivers to look ahead, exactly what we are trained to do on a bike, and I think that's why that makes them better car drivers, because they're actually thinking the same way we think when we're on a bike. We're planning miles in front if you can see it.
It is the same.
That's what we do.
Yeah, it's the same principle and it's the same thing. It transfers to and from. So yeah, if you do Rosper car or Rosper bike, things like that are identical.
It's about that forward planning. So they're looking at junctions. They're looking at somebody joining a motorway, somebody leaving a motorway. Because I've done it myself, and I think if that was more into when people are learning to drive, it might make things better in the future. I don't know.
I saw a documentary, and it was one of the Ponkstar.
Evening, Ponk.
Good evening.
I think it was on Top Gear, and he was interviewing Mika Hakkinen. I think it was James May that was possibly interviewing him. And in Finland, it takes 2 years to pass your test, because basically by the time that you've passed your test in Finland, you're a rally driver.
Yeah.
Because of the
They
roads.
take them on the skid pan and everything.
Yeah, 100%, and I'm all for that. I would actually I would like car drivers in the UK to have to do a CBT on a bike before they actually sit in a car. Because they would certainly look out for bikes then, because if they had the experience of being on one.
When I joined that volunteer service, I had an ex-traffic officer who trained me in the response side of it for the car, and everything he was telling me to kind of look towards. I was already doing that as a biker. You done both. You could do it in the bike or in the car. So I learned quite a lot from him and the understanding of how they're teaching people in the advanced driving, what they're looking for, whether it be police, ambulance drivers or whatever, because I've been through my response training for the car and I never got it finished on the bike, but I'm unfortunately no volunteering anymore for the ambulance service, but it made a massive difference to the way I drove as well. Even though I was still thinking that way for the bike, it just gave me more. So
the response driving course is a fantastic course. I did it in a car and a heavy goods vehicle with the fire service, and if I don't know if they could kind of have some incentive to get normal car drivers to do that kind of advanced thing. Like you say, it's like riding a bike. It's about thinking ahead and a different mindset. But I don't think modern cars are conducive with concentrating because everything is so automated now.
Yeah,
they're like
you're right.
go-karts. They're pushing
right.
It encourages people to, well, they've got nothing to do. They're steering it and that's it. So they go on.
Yeah, I think that's something I said before. Yeah, I said that before, that when many of us in this room passed our test, the only thing you had to play with in the car was probably a medium wave FM radio if you was lucky. And now people have got sat navs and everything else. They don't even look at road signs.
I had Mary Jane Rottencrotch to play with as well. Up my brace.
It's a lot easier to drive a modern car and use your phone and eat your breakfast. All the things Ed was talking about commuting traffic, because they're like glorified go-karts. Most people buy automatics now.
If I'm driving with my kids in the car, I play a game with the kids and tell them to try and spot as many motorbikes as they can. And it's not for keeping them quiet or anything like that. It's for when they actually take their tests and lessons themselves. It's something they're going to do, and they're not even going to realise why they're doing it.
You're teaching them awareness. Surrounding them.
A friend of mine pointed to me out. We were on a journey the other day, and I couldn't understand why it was that people kept braking suddenly and for no reason to be in the fast lane. And he said it's because they're not paying attention, and every time their sat nav bongs that there's a speed camera. Or change in speedo, they touch their brakes because they don't even know how fast they're going because they're not paying attention. And I'd never crossed my mind before because I don't drive with a sat nav on. He said that's what's happening. They're responding to the bong of their sat nav.
I think it's great when they do that because I overtake them straight past the speed.
You see, we normally I'm in very two different minds. So if I am driving and it's a long distance, I'll have the radio on in the background. If I'm going short distances, I won't have a radio on. If I've got someone in the car, I won't drive with a radio on. The missus loves the radio on, but it's just another distraction for me. So we normally, when we go on holidays, play the number plate game. So as a car goes past, it'll have something like... what was it, like CE11 BGT, and we always make a word out of the last three. So BGT, she'll go, oh, Britain's Got Talent, and I'll go, oh, BGT, bloody great tits. So, and we do that on and by the time you've had 5 or 6 cars go past, you're trying to get in first before everybody else to make that word, and it's a great little game, and you can kill a couple of hours just playing the number plate game. Because it also makes you aware that there is a car there.
But I think it's a very, very valid point that the Pongster made with regards to the technology that's in cars, because you've got the sort of lane emergence or lane avoidance lasers and whatever. You've got lasers out the front and lasers out the back of them now. And I can't remember what bike magazine it was, but I see that they're trialing that on bikes as well.
Mhm.
And I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that.
And before you know it, it'll be mandatory on bikes if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Is there no already adaptive cruise control on
There
them?
is on bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at the Ducati Multistrada that's got it.
Aye.
Because I remember 44 Teeth, I think Al Fagan was testing it.
I mean, I'm all for these gadgets if they help driving, but the trouble with it is people become reliant on it, and you notice it on days like today when the weather's been excessively shite, and because there isn't a shite, windy mode on their car, they don't know how to deal with it. So the only thing they can do is stamp on the brake. So every time they get a gust of wind, they stamp on the brake. Even if they're in the fast lane doing 70 mile an hour, they stand on it. So the only control they've got is to brake.
Well, we had heavy snow here today, and it was like the wacky races at some points. I mean, I drive well within the conditions, obviously because you're having to stop sooner and whatever, but you're still getting car drivers driving up to roundabouts, and they can't understand why they're sliding onto the roundabout. They can't understand it. You're like, come on.
Because they've not been taught it. We're not teaching the mechanics of how the car works. In the same way that because they're all automatics and point and press cars, they all can't understand why the wheels are spinning and they can't pull away because it's not been taught. I mean, that's all it is. I've got to sound like an old bastard, but it's just modern technology is great as long as you understand the underpinning that's there as well. And we're not. We're just, we're de-skilling everybody, and it's not just young drivers; it's everyone. Because the minute you drive an automatic, I don't know if you've ever owned an automatic for any length of time, you forget actually how to change gear because you do. And the old adage, you never forget how to ride a bike. Yeah. You actually do forget how to ride a bike if you haven't ridden a bike for a while.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Sadly, the statistics at the beginning of the year prove that point every single year.
Yeah.
So I'm just catching up with the side chat here. There's so many questions coming in on the side chat.
Mike has made it in, so he's still got power.
I am rampant.
It's automatic. Do you think adaptive cruise control is a good thing unless it fails and people don't know it's on?
So not something else that would make you would make you watch less what was happening around about you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's great if you only ever drive a car that's got active cruise control. And my experience of that is I drove HGVs in the fire service, and I never drove lorries anywhere else. So the only thing I'd ever known was a souped-up Scania that had got self-leveling suspension, had got super, high-tech electronics, and you could drive it like a sports car. And then one day I hired a lorry to move some stuff, and I shit myself because I've never driven a normal lorry before, and I didn't realise how they swayed around corners and how the brakes weren't quite as good. And it's a similar sort of thing. If you're used to all that stuff, you assume it's normal. I don't drive lorries anymore.
Right, while we're doing that, I'm going to cover just one subject. Me and Simon were looking at this earlier on today. I'm going to put up the word for it, and it says Triumph have produced the TE1 prototype. It takes the speed triple from 3 cylinders to a 3-pin plate.
Don't like it.
I've actually been following this very, very closely. And
so,
Williams
tell us about it, Stu, while I share the phone. I'll let you talk about it, Stu.
What they did was they basically wanted an electric bike on the speed triple or the triple platform, and they actually brought in a few. I think there's 3 different companies. I'm sure Williams was one of them, to deal with certain parts of the bike. And from what I've just read, that they're at the phase now where all the independent companies have done their part and handed it back to Triumph. So it's down to Triumph to package everything that they've done and put it into this bike to get it onto the market. I personally think it's It's going to be the Damon Hypersport of the UK bike world. I really do.
I think they've got it right. I don't think we're going to buy electric bikes for economy, are we? We're going to buy them because they're rocket ships.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what see, I've been watching the bike market for the electric bike market for years, and I actually did a vlog, and it was about Moto E, which is like the electric MotoGP bikes, and you won't be surprised at the amount of money that Ducati, Honda, Yamaha, and all the other companies are throwing at these prototype bikes, testing out the electric cells and so on and so forth. And I think we are within, I would say, 10 years of Moto E being MotoGP and not the other way around.
Definitely, it's definitely something that's going to be worth watching on that one anyway.
Yeah. The thing about it is as well as lithium batteries. Obviously, like there's limits to what the lithium batteries can do, but the advancements in solid state batteries recently has been absolutely unbelievable. And I think I was reading it was Harvard University have actually come up with a way. Something to do with the connections, your anode and your cathode going onto your battery. They've developed a multi-layered material that allows them to put more voltage through the battery, which allows them to charge faster. Because that's the limiting factor within the batteries, as the anode and the cathode can't take the current that's going through them.
I think Crumbly Mal's just said electric's not the way, and actually I kind of agree. I think it's fabulous technology, but they being governments worldwide, have already admitted that if everybody went over to electric vehicles, we would never ever have the infrastructure or the capacity to generate electricity. So I think he's right. I think there'll always be a niche thing, and I think the biking industry are getting it right now. They're going, people aren't going to buy them for economy; they're going to buy them for their performance.
100%.
Synthetic fuels will be what will actually be the eco solution in the future, because we just don't have the infrastructure and never will do.
Porsche are one of the brand leaders when it comes to synthetic fuels. They're actually hoping to produce. I can't remember. I had all the statistics. I actually did it in a live stream. It was something like they want to produce 22,000 liters a week or something like that. They've actually got the plant in the process of manufacture.
It's subsidies, basically. It's who will give them a subsidy, because hydrogen is already viable for normal vehicles. They've been using it on the buses in Aberdeen for about 15 years. But it was because they got a grant to set up the kind of storage depot in Aberdeen. That was the big cost with hydrogen. The actual conversion is very little. It's,
I want a nuclear powered
what becomes fashionable, isn't it, with governments?
I think the governments will only come on board when they feel that they've milked the fuel tax as far as they can take it. Once that's not viable, then they'll jump onto the next thing.
Electric is like CDs, isn't it? Not only are we changing the format, you've got to buy a new player as well. It's exactly the same with the car, A synthetic fuel is just a conversion to a car. They don't want that. They want us all to buy electric cars and then go, actually, VHS was shit. Buy this. I sound cynical, don't I?
No, you're right, because it's happened like that right across the board when it was like VHS and Betamax, and then you had the mini disc and the CD. It was like everyone sort of fell on whatever side you fell on, whether you were a Betamax fan or whatever. And then obviously one technology took over the other, and the other one slipped away.
And although I like electric motorcycles, I have a message for Greta.
Thing is, I've still got an 8-track in the loft, and it still works.
The other one that was it Kawasaki and Yamaha are supposed to be working on together is the hydrogen engine, isn't it? Which is going to be better.
Well, hydrogen isn't a huge conversion. It's not. It is maybe for high performance petrol, but oddly for diesel engines, it's not a massive conversion to go from diesel to hydrogen. Weirdly, and I was quite surprised at that. But I spoke to a bus mechanic who did the buses in Aberdeen, and apparently not a huge engineering challenge.
Oh, brilliant! I mean, that'd be the way to go for me, because the other thing with electric motorbikes is you can't sell a electric touring bike, can you? Because every 120 miles you're going to have to stop for 2 hours.
Yeah. there was a few motorbike companies that were looking at the battery technology being like a pod, and at every fuel station there would be a bank of pods.
Piaggio.
Because Piaggio was one of them. There was I think it was an amalgamation of about 5 different bike companies that had all signed an agreement saying that they would all use the same technology to allow them to make it viable to put these things in fuel stations. So it's a case of you would plug yours in and take another one out. But the thing that when I'd mentioned that on one of my live streams, one of the things is if you've just bought a brand new bike and that battery's only had 1 or 2 life cycles in it, and you go and put that into the charger and take another one out, that could have 1,000 cycles in it. So that's degrading your bike. You're never actually going to that. I mean, you want that battery to be the same age as the bike, basically, and it's never going to be that way. But I suppose for that system to run, they would have to monitor all their charging stations, and any battery that reached its life cycle, they had to replace that free of charge, I would imagine.
And let's not kid ourselves, they're hedging their bets. They're probably doing research into all of them, because all they want to know is what the future is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, you see what the Formula One's doing when it comes to synthetic fuels. I mean, they've been testing synthetic fuels for a number of years now, and they feel now that they've got it to the stage that they're within 1 or 2 brake horsepower of petroleum.
Well, I mean, we are kind of slipping down that route anyway. We all talk about, ethanol in fuel.
Yeah.
E85 is almost a synthetic fuel because it's 85% alcohol, and that's all we're talking about. It's just they're working out how to put the calories into these synthetic fuels, but they're just alcohol based.
Yeah. Could probably run the car in my blood then.
Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, run it on Bucky. There's probably enough calories in Bucky to run the car.
I'm just going to say a big one. We've got Brandon in the room. So MT Tank's in the room. So evening, Brandon.
When's bingo?
Yeah, MT Tank, or to give him his full title now, MT Tank Top.
Yeah,
MT Tank Top.
I'm going to wind him up now.
Tell him Mothercare have called and they got the white one in stock now. So.
Exactly, yeah. MT.
Buys all his clothes at Baby Gap.
Back at the old folks show. Yeah, the carers will be there soon to help us. Yeah, as I say, but you're not going to be as experienced as us boys in the room. Right, we're just going to get Mark back in the room. He's just popped back for a beer. So, MT, there is room there's plenty of room here if you want to come and join us, MT. So, I'll put the link up for you one more time. We are doing very well. And don't forget, if you are watching, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for us, people. 25 people
25 watching, only 12 likes. Come on, people.
So, get a quick one. Yeah, it was real worrying starting to see the wind turbine wrecked by the wind. Yeah, it oversped itself because they couldn't shut the blades off on it.
Yeah, it's ironic. A wind turbine getting broken for the wind. You would think they'd be like, oh, look at all that.
That's like the sun breaking a bleeding sun thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. We had, if you happen to know, Domino's Pizza head office is in Milton Keynes. They've lost the roof today.
Good.
And then someone
Plenty of pizzas in my garden. Then that's where they come from.
Exactly. And then someone said the roof's come off the Millennium Dome as well.
Yeah. Aye, I saw that.
For the O2.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
O2 arena's lost its roof as well. So
It's just a big gazebo anyway, so it's hardly surprising.
exactly.
Supposed to be going there Monday. Looks like we'll find out if it's still on.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Right. Oh, what else are we going to cover tonight? Apart from the storms, there was a lot of people saying, obviously, take your bikes out the sheds today in case your shed gets blown away.
Already done that.
Yeah, a lot of people have said, "Oh, get it out the way, get it." We had, I think it was 14 bikes out the front today, blowing a gale, and the only one on a side stand was my one. All the rest were back on their main stands, because obviously mine 300 kilos. You're not shifting that off the side stand once it's down there.
Bonkster, is yours still in the living room?
No, my garage has a new roof, and they're all
excellent.
back in there. But if I can impart any experiences, don't go and kill yourself trying to get your bike out in the middle of the storm. It ain't worth it. But
No.
because that was an error on my part, massive error on my part. And, yeah.
Andy,
as long as it leaves the man cave and my bar alone, I don't care.
that's what I was going to say. He wouldn't be worried about his bike. He'd be more worried about losing all the alcohol in his bar.
That's worth more than his bike. Yeah.
Yeah, Stormzy was playing there. Oh, great. Yeah, that was typical. Right, we're going to bring him in the room. He's going to tell you all about. We've only got, I think it's another 6 months to go until we do the mental health awareness ride in August. So, evening to Brandon, the MT Tank, who's wearing a t-shirt. He's got
an adult shirt on. Look.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm in the middle of a Call of Duty game, so
he's pitched out from his dad.
No, I was going to say actually, I said to you guys, I was going to every Friday come into stream and give you an update on how far we've got with the event. But we've literally done everything we need to do. The last things left to do is just kind of collect charitable items, not charitable items, but like give raffle items, and that's literally it. Otherwise, everything else is sorted, food, everything. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm just really excited. I don't feel my hands.
Well done.
We just have to come on every week and say yes, it's all still ready.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. No, it's awesome.
Code's in the room as well, so quick eye to code. Great.
I thought I'd come before RevBomb dominates the voice chat.
No, you guys crack on.
I thought I don't know if you guys watch TikTok, but Rev actually uploaded a video to TikTok of his ZX7R, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, just got the bike fixed. Turned out it was a starter motor or something like that."
No,
anyway. Fuel pump, that's it. And he sat there and he's trying to start it and it won't start. And like it's like 2-3 seconds later it starts. I'm like, yeah, all right, trying to. And he's like, all thanks to Eclipse. And I was like, oh, mate, you're not making this video look great.
It's got carburetors. They never start first.
That hadn't started for 3 days, so it does take. It's an old-fashioned prime pump on those ZXs, so it takes time for the fuel to get up to the float bowl. So, because I said to him, I could have cheated and warmed it up and fired it straight off the button, but I wanted to show them what it'd be straight from cold, not been started for 3 days. So
4 carbs to fill up.
I used to love the fact that my ZZR would fire up on 3 cylinders and would only run in 4 when it was warm.
I'm going to grab a quick beer.
Right. Try.
Put the music on. Let's go.
See how many bands we can get him this week.
How many bands?
No, that's true.
Yeah,
When's
bands.
Code going to join us? Code, what are you
Yes.
doing? Come on.
Why are you not on here?
Air Shearer's
You're
spoken.
not a rookie anymore. Come on.
He's
He's
just
on
playing
something.
with us. It just comes
Shy.
on. He's shy, aye.
Oh yeah, just thought to say I wasn't ignoring anyone. I'm literally playing Call of Duty right now on the other monitor. So I couldn't reply back to anyone who's asking about the tank top or whatever I wear.
I think they were just taking the piss, actually.
That's right.
They were ripping it. Lockwood is the best man.
Brandon, you must be a great car driver then if he's already distracted by another screen.
Oh, mate. So I've just installed Bluetooth on my helmet.
All right.
That's it. Gone.
Oh, God.
Out the window. Can he play Call of Duty on that?
I'm riding along talking to Boo Ryder, doing like 50 mile an hour, and this car decides to pull out this petrol station. And I'm like, oh, I can't talk. I can't fucking talk. Leave me alone. I can't concentrate on multiple things at once. Like, because when you're riding, it requires so much attention.
Yeah.
And like, it's just another distraction, I guess, isn't it? Having Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because everybody I know rides with Senna's, and I took mine off. I can't cope with the two things.
I mean, I'll listen to music all day long. Someone talking,
music doesn't seem to distract me, but somebody talking to me, a conversation when I'm on my bike, really, I find too.
I think it can have its uses. I think it was when Todger was up. Remember, Mark, and they were all linked with a Scala, and then Lockwood actually put it on his one of his vlogs, and you could hear what they were doing, what they're saying, and every one of them, they're all sort of emergency services. So one of them would overtake, and he was like, "Clear, keep coming, keep."
And I've seen guys doing that a lot. I totally get that.
So that and like because we were all sort of at different times during the day, we were riding either in amongst them or behind them, and like I was thinking to myself, God, for these guys, this is the first time they've been on the road. They're fully committed to these corners, and it was only when you understood that they were all in communication that you knew what they were doing. So that's why I like it. I think.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong to watch YouTube while you're riding your bike? Because you get a link to your Bluetooth.
Only if you're commenting, Jim.
Only if it's on the 52-inch screen in front of the bike.
Comment as well.
It's annoying because my new sat nav comes up with all notifications. If I've got a YouTube notification, it comes up on the sat nav.
Yeah.
And you can reply to it. It's everything's on there. It's mad.
It's Pornhub I find distracting when I'm riding.
Get your hand down your levers, you mean?
Yeah. I think I used to be quite hard on people who, had their phones right up in front of them. And I think it's each to their own. I mean, I go on my bike now purely for leisure. And it is to get away from everybody else. It's so I don't get phone calls and have conversations. And occasionally I put music on, but that's it. I do it because I want to just.
Sorry, I can't take you seriously with that moustache. It's like you twisted the ends. It's just
how dare you?
Very distracting.
I'll put my hat on if you want.
All you need now is a monocle, really.
Yeah.
Again,
he's not said anything in the room, but he's watching. So hello, Nick Sweetman.
He's a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's
he gone?
He's been kicked out.
His camera's decided his device not connected, so he's knocked his camera or something.
I'm having internet problems tonight, probably because there's no wind outside. Because there's virtually nothing here, but I seem to be having internet problems tonight. So how weird's that?
He's back.
He's back.
Everyone's dropping out left, right, and centre.
Maybe you're having internet problems.
It's not me.
Quick shout out to Nick Sweetman. He's watching us from wherever he is. He's probably doing one of his blood runs and he's on a break. So hello, Nick. Nice to see you, mate.
Yeah, nice to see you, Nick. Yeah. Don't forget, I think they've got a social run this. Is it social run this Sunday?
No. They've all been cancelled until the first Sunday of March, I believe it is.
I'll be on that one then.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So sausage time then Sunday. That's good.
Oh, you'd do anything for a sausage, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Got to do the old super sausage. Yeah.
Don't act like you wouldn't take it if it was offered, Brandon. Come on.
Especially in that tank top.
I want to know why he's got Dumbledore as his screen logo.
I don't know.
But no, he's got to pay for that MT of his somehow, hasn't he? So I mean, yeah, tight tank top, yeah. Public lose, yeah.
Oh, he's come back on.
He's back. Oh, brilliant. Just going to say, CG's in the room. Evening, Goose.
Hey guys.
Right, we got Grant Rhythmic up to 400. So the next thing to do, this man down the bottom, Curious Goose.
Goose.
Yeah, subscribe. Let's see if we can get him to 400 as well. So I don't know what CG's on at the moment, but let's have a quick look at his channel to see. Curious Goose. He is
to 100, and I'll come in a mankini.
He's got 318. So let's get Goose up to 400 as well now.
He's on 318, yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's no, because Brandon's going to come in the mankini. No, let's not do it.
44 Teeth have a new channel. Check out Bike Sausage. They're probably nicking the hashtag Super Sausage. That's why.
Yeah.
The news video the other yesterday was pretty good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I'll go and have a look. I'll have to go and have a look at that one. So.
Rhythmic's up to the Rhythmic bike is up to 407. Excellent.
Who was that, Matt? Was that 44 Teeth you were talking
about?
Aye. Was that the remember they did during lockdown, they did the news every I saw the thumbnail for it. I've kind of seen it.
Particularly good. They covered a lot of good subjects, mate.
Yeah,
it was good.
And they've started their new budget bike battle as well, which I think is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
See, I know Rhythmic Biker and Uncle Red have started a new series on their two channels, and that's called Wolf Risers. They did a lot of interviews. Wolf Tales. That's it. Thank you, Simon.
Wolf Tales UK.
Yeah.
So really well shot as well.
Yeah, they've done. I think the first one was talking about MCE insurance. And then obviously the last one is I haven't caught up with it yet, so they're going to chat about a new subject, but it's basically him and Uncle Red chatting on a subject. So yeah, it's good. It's a good little series that they've got there.
They've done smart motorways. They've done, and the guy with the combination and the dog up the soup sausage. They've had him on there.
Yeah, Dave the sidecar dog. Yeah,
that's him. And some guy with his FJR, and it was an old FJR, and I'll tell you what, that was really nicely looked after. It really was a nice looking bike.
So yeah, they've started. UK, they're doing. They've got a nice little series on the go now. Cole Dutz is banging his videos out, so he's doing his 101 places to ride. I think I'm up to number 4 at the moment, but his last one, his mic played up on it. And Cole's,
he did, didn't he?
Yeah, his Cole's audio is normally absolutely spot on.
I enjoy his videos, I really do. I've commented in a few of them, but there's a few that I've watched that haven't. But there is that 101 places or whatever he's called it is good. I've enjoyed them.
I really enjoyed that first one he did around the church, and he was showing you the totems with the markings on there. He told you what they're all about. I actually enjoyed that. I watched it twice. It was good.
Did anybody see is it Crackers Packers or Packers Crackers or whatever?
The Packer, yeah.
Aye, that was good.
He did a good shoot on that one. Quick one, Dionysus in the room. So Junkyard Dadski's in the back here. So yeah, evening Junkyard. Good to see you, buddy. Quick one for it because I know Exeter's in the room. He did a really good live stream Sunday just gone. I didn't get on home in time to watch it. But I think he had Red and Grant in it and quite a few others. But it was a really good stream. I've just finished watching that on the catch up.
What, Exeter's?
Exeter's latest one, yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that. It was pleasant to watch. It was very pleasant on a Sunday evening.
Exactly. So yeah, good thing to do on a Sunday evening. Jump in.
Far more polite than this one.
Yeah, you check out Gorilla Bikers. Gorilla Biker, where he picked up his ape from Germany.
Yeah,
that was a good video. There's
Michael's
4 videos of that.
There's been some really good content this week, and it's just catching up on everything. So
here we go, Lockwood. Come on, right? Tell us. Tell us how good he is.
No, I skipped through the bit where he was cleaning the bike. I was waiting for a pigeon to have a shit on it.
He bought the wrong roller there, because I bought one of those quite recently too. But I bought the wheel monkey one, and it's really thin, and the bike just rolls onto it. And I think it's a good bit of kit.
Actually, Curious Goose has just mentioned about Exeter's live stream. They all wore lumberjack shirts, and I'm not sure who they would take the piss out of, but it was funny. It's like a lumberjacks convention.
Well, there we go. For next Friday, then we've all got to turn up in a string vest.
A little tank, little T-top, yeah.
little
Hawaiian shirts
tankini.
would be good. Hawaiian
You do
shirts
not
would
want to
be
see me in a little vest. I'll tell you, you really don't. You'll have to think of something else.
Short shorts and a bucket of water over your head. Oh,
I'll tell you what we do. We'll all sit there and ignore what's going on YouTube and we play Call of Duty. How's that?
Aye, that's true. We could do that.
Minecraft.
I'm listening.
Silence.
He says he's listening.
Brandon's only camping anyway with his sniper rifle, wasn't he? Come on, let's face it.
I think he's
not
actually doing
running
their
in
traffic
camping.
control, I think. Isn't he? He's sitting there, isn't he? Air traffic for standstill or whatever.
Hey, look, mate, it looks it.
I'm behind you. I'm behind you.
Oh, wicked.
He's concentrating killing Germans.
The Germans.
The German.
No, I'm actually playing Warzone Rebirth. It's quite a fast paced.
There's
game.
not Germans, but Exeter will probably know who I'm talking about. A guy called Jeffro.
Jethro
Cole.
No,
Right,
Jeffro.
That's what I call Jeffro
Jeffro's a
Cole,
comedian.
Jeffro, yeah.
Oh yeah,
He is
yeah.
There was I showed the wife the joke yesterday because it was circulating on TikTok as well. David Beckham and the horse.
What?
And one of my
Did he get fucked
friends,
by a horse or something?
he found the stream on his Facebook.
Sorry, wrong website.
No, he found the stream on his website, shared it to his Facebook page. He's been put in Facebook jail for 6 months.
Jeffro isn't exactly
For sharing offensive material. And I said, "What did you share?" And he said, "I shared this video." And it's basically Jeffro's talking about David Beckham. He said, "Oh, David Beckham." He said, "I met David Beckham down in Cornwall." He said, and David Beckham was stroking this horse, and I said to Victoria, he's quite good. Oh, he's never been on a horse before. And David Beckham climbed on the horse, and the horse started trotting away, and he was all right. He said, then the horse started galloping. David Beckham slipped. He said he's holding round the neck, his foot's caught in the stirrup, and his head's banging up and down on the road. He said Victoria screamed, and the security guard come out of Tesco and turned the power off to the horse.
Turned the power off to the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a real horse.
No.
Oh, sorry.
And he shared the video and got put in Facebook jail for it. So yeah, the old computer bot had obviously watched the video and he's actually appealed it, and he's waiting on his appeal to go through with Facebook. He said, "I just shared it on someone's page. It's a joke." But it just shows you how Facebook is sort of jumping all over anything that's.
Instagram's doing it as well. Instagram.
Welcome to the woke world.
I know. I posted something on Instagram, and it was one of those face things. Like I changed the face of this thing into my face, and it was. I think it was a fat guy dancing.
I've seen that, by the way.
I get flagged for that, and I had to appeal. I says, by the way, there's
it was offensive. Let's be honest.
That'll be me in about 10 years.
Mate, that video, you should have got flagged for that, because that was highly offensive.
Yeah,
we'll get flagged for putting this up on the screen.
Come on, man! I was eating when I was.
Flag posting naked pictures.
That was
I like my moves. I thought my moves were slick.
Everybody's so easily triggered these days. It's common.
I know, it's like, calm down, for God's sake, man.
There's one, because we've obviously got the reface and we share it with the neighbours, because we're forever refacing the neighbours and they're refacing us. But
I think you need to explain that sentence.
Is that one of these towns?
What kind of games? These involve keys in a jar as well.
You don't have to have an upside down pineapple in the corner of your living room.
No, we've because obviously when we go out for a cigarette, we get the neighbours involved. So we're going out for a cigarette.
I mean,
we stand at the
code
back,
for?
but we've
you're not helping there, Rev. These are euphemisms to me.
Yeah, if you're digging a bigger hole,
we want a flag group. But
He's not going to where you're cheating on him with the neighbours.
Just so you get on with your neighbours and let it pass.
But let me find
Wait
one.
till I tell Lockwood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a falling out.
No, this will upset Lockwood then. So we did this Brokeback Mountain. And I did myself and my neighbour as Brokeback Mountain. It's like, right.
Yeah, Lockwood's definitely going to get upset about this. We're going to tell him now.
Reface is a great little toy for having a laugh.
Yes.
It's better than sitting on OnlyFans anyway.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I don't
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Depends who you're looking at. Who's OnlyFans?
You've seen Stuart's OnlyFans. Oh,
My OnlyFans is excellent.
On Jarrett Campese's Mrs. OnlyFans.
ITP Fair said you've done some belters, some absolute belters.
Oh, here we go. Hold on,
That's brilliant.
Wow.
Stuart.
Your face seems to fit all the characters, mate.
It does. It does.
Oh, brilliant.
Deadpool.
Yeah, the Zedpool one was really good.
Yeah.
You've done some good ones.
Oh dear, what a night, what a night. So I don't know if MB's going to be on tonight. He hasn't said anything about doing a stream at 1, but
he's working at the moment. So.
Yeah, another hour or so, everybody jumps over to this channel. Get Simon some more viewers. And everyone said, obviously the triple on the Friday is normally a good runner. So normally me started it, and then it goes across to Simon. Then Simon normally jumps, and it normally jumps the military biker or one of the boys in Oz. So it depends on what channel it goes to after we get on to the next one. But all good fun.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but last Friday, I told you guys that me and Boo Rider were going out drinking for Saturday night.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Anyway, long story short, I picked a fight. I got white girl wasted, and I was sick everywhere. That was the end of the night. Yeah, literally, I was paralytic by 8 o'clock in the evening. Like,
oh god,
crazy dad biker. I'm going to try. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
depends how long Red
seen,
goes on for.
Go and watch the free live streams from next week, because someone said to me, Simon was in your stream, then he did his own. Yeah, go and watch him in the Military Bikers channel. Went, why is that?
I was falling asleep. Oh, all right.
I thought, was it about 3 weeks ago you were like that as well, Simon? I think
I was when you mean Lockwood were in. Yeah, I was nodding off then.
Are you want to go to sleep? Do you want to just end it, Simon?
No, it's
fine.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, I did manage to catch up and see MB's new bike. So yeah, it's not a bad bit of kit, that.
No,
I was disappointed. I was told it was going to be a pink Honda Pan European.
Yeah.
No.
Little tattoos on the handbars.
He's got it in the typical Man U colours, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, gone red. Nice.
Man U red. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, that's you know that everyone's just going to say that from now. That is definitely Man U red.
Man U red. In fact, he's probably just heard that, and whatever he's doing at work has gone wrong
now. Better than khaki green, I suppose.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he swapped his khaki green for Man U red. There you go. That's a new slogan.
Definitely. So, what you got planned for the weekend, Mark? Are you out riding or?
No, mate, I'm working all weekend, so be unlikely I'm out. But I've got a lot planned. So
yeah, not long to the tour anyway, so that's just round, as we say, just round the corner.
Run the corner.
If you didn't see Andy's video from last Sunday down at the bike show, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Definitely went a second watch on that.
That was just like 20 or 30-second clips. Just as you're going around, just hit it and record it. Must have had about 30 or 40 clips, and I just threw them all together.
Yeah. I remember
good video.
Went down to the Birmingham Bike Show, and we had all arranged the. It was just when the new, what was it? The Africa Twin just came out, and it was they had the DCT with the automatic as well as the manual. But there was also the Ducati had brought theirs out, and I think it was Triumph had one as well. So we all booked a run at the same time. So we all had our cameras on, we all vlogged it. And R6 Monkey, who's another motovlogger from Scotland, he's not actually been about for a wee while. He's got some sort of personal things that's going on just now that keeps him away. But he dropped the Ducati, and the amount of views he got for it was just absolutely brilliant.
There was
at the show, it seemed very sparse with stalls, and then see on Facebook that Trading Standard.
I was about to mention about that, Andy, but you were there for it.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't obviously they were shut down before we got there.
Yeah,
I don't know whether they were shut down before it opened or what, but it seemed very sparse, very lacking in stalls this year.
Well, trading standards there basically because of the value of the ticket. You weren't getting value for money. Was that what the reasoning was?
The stalls they shut down was all counterfeit stuff.
No, got you right. I thought it was
all sort of like,
I thought you were being sarcastic
to save your life, and they're just flogging it to you at full price.
Yeah, no, got you.
Why has the clips not been shut down yet then?
You what, mate?
we only do premium stuff, mate. We don't. Yeah.
I get Trading Standards to look at your washing machine brand, and it keeps shrinking your top.
We've got the
proper earplugs.
The Scottish bike shows in March. I think it is. March, is it, Mark? The Scottish bike show. 3 weeks.
In March.
3 weeks.
Yep.
I think
it could be a hit or a miss as well, but can it not?
I know. Well, like remember the weekend at Duncan and Graham's. We had the stall there.
Aye.
The weather was decent that weekend, but I've been there where it's been bouncing off the ground, and it's been unbelievable. It's usually pretty decent. The Scottish bike show. It's kind of.
That's because it's pretty decent people that are going to it.
Well, that's that.
When's that on?
You get a lot of visitors from England up there, do you? Then.
What they do is they've got two halls. They've got the sort of main manufacturers hall, and they've also got a classics hall. The classics hall is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
we actually had a stall there. It was one guy who organised the whole thing, and we actually booked a stall. And for booking the stall, we all got wristbands. We also got wristbands to give to other people as well, so they could get in for the whole weekend of the show. And then basically you could wander about and whatever. So you get access early to the show, you could stay late and so on and so forth. It was well worth it. But some of these vintage bikes were just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, but you're all vintage in here anyway, ain't you? That's what you like them.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. And yet we have a full head of hair.
What can I say? Some people, fucking take your pick.
I don't know. It's
the motor show.
Wait a minute. I just.
Actually, we're allowed to.
I'm losing it. Mine's is going.
There we go. It's a comeback.
Yeah, you go too slow to make it dirty.
Yeah. He had to wash it and it shrunk. He couldn't put it on again.
I don't really wear it. I've actually ordered a different color this time. Won't take
and
the
black, sleeveless, high-waisted.
Oh, that's a slide. Tank can't be that much younger. Now that's cruel. Whoever James Hicks, you're a bad man.
Yeah, that was rude.
That's just bad.
I'm only 34.
I'm 26.
You bloody liar.
Simon, you can't say that. More like 126.
Oh,
I think probably me, Andy, and Ponkster are going to be the oldest ones in the room.
thank God you didn't bring me into that, because I'd have just went, leave.
We're the experienced ones, as they say.
Andy's actually younger than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Couple of years.
He's had a hard life.
All right, I'm the oldest one in the room then.
You are.
What was it like riding chariots to high school?
Yay, ba-boom.
Yeah.
I used to hate getting up and my gas mask take that in.
Well, believe it or not, oh God, I actually found out what my first bike was that my dad bought me, my little 50cc bike when I was 5.
Wheels.
It was called a Malaguti.
Malaguti.
Yeah. Malaguti 50cc kids bike. 1 speed, automatic, twist the throttle.
Twist and go.
1976. Nice.
Yeah, talking of that, where is Boo?
Talking of 1976, it suddenly thought of Boo. I don't know. He's not answering my calls. He's ignoring me.
You went out last
Did you embarrass him last Saturday? Is that what it is?
What's that?
No, I don't know.
When you
what
got
it was, mate.
traffic cone hugging Kashnikan.
You're on the naughty step.
Yeah.
Correct. Did you throw up on them?
I didn't, mate.
No.
It was a nightmare though. It was a good party, but it was a nightmare.
Good,
At one stage, I was laying on the floor, like stroking the floor, just saying everything's going to be okay. And the thing is, when you're so drunk, that's normal. Well, for me, that's normal. And then you think about it in the morning, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Right. It's like with the floor. It's like when you're out of your mind, you go out and you buy a GTR 1400, and then you sit back down, and you think, what the fuck am I doing? Right.
I'll tell you what. We shall see. Do the Scotland run one time and see how long you can ride in the saddle compared to Andy on his tractor or me or Simon on the GTR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a high road and we'll take.
And we're only stopping for fuel every 220 miles. If you got to stop before that, you got to push it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And then when you stay in a hotel up in Scotland, they get us involved, and then we'll show you what fucked up is.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
where you get 2 bottles of that in you? No, all about
unopened.
All right, let me see.
One man, one bars. 1 man, 1 bottle.
Carry on. I'm just to give you some images here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't want another strike, do you, Rev? Come on.
No, it's all right.
Either way, the buckfast's going to be inside you. The easy way or the hard way.
Consensual or non-consensual podcast. Yeah.
Oh God, I found it. I have found it. There we go. Let me
It's
bring
only
that
taking
up.
80 years, isn't it?
Only taking me, yeah. Bloody hell, it's still fetching good money. God, blimey. Yeah, that's all right. I've just found my very first bike that my dad bought me when I was about 5, and this one is the one I had was slightly smaller because it was a kiddie's bike, but and then I had it for years and years and years. My dad had to hold me on it, and all I had to do was twist the bloody throttle.
Yeah.
But I found it. No, let me share it up. This is quite.
Is it in black and white?
Little red thing. There we go. The little red thing in the corner.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Malaguti 50.
Mm-hmm.
Dinky
There's
little
a lot
thing.
of red things. What one?
Cracker.
Yeah, they're great.
You could get one of them and it'll go in your back boxy GTR if you ever need to run round.
That's true.
Malaguti 50 sounds like a username on Tinder or something.
It does. Malaguti 50. Give her a buzz and, for a packet of fags and 10 bob, she's yours.
Oh, there we go. Someone's actually said he's up Brandon's channel.
I Simon's name on Grindr.
Empty tank.
It's just,
I can remember that far back. Yeah.
The Spanish version of the Sinister Rain. Curious, Chris is saying.
I'll tell you what, I have had so many good bikes that I got rid of that I wish I'd have just kept and stuck in the garage and moved along.
Let's
think we're all
do
guilty
that now. Let's not go. Bikes
mate-
that are worth shitloads of money now that we sold for next to nothing.
My mate had a Michael.
Yeah.
I think it was a 460 or something like that, single cylinder. This thing was a big thumper. It just used to spit you off at the slightest twist of the wrist. But I had one little flaw with it, and that was the threads on the spark plug were stripped. So if you gave it too much welly, the spark plug used to hit you in the inside of the leg.
Yeah. The one I wish that I hadn't got rid of was I had a Laverda Jote 1000, and it was bright yellowy orange it was.
Yeah.
But what a bike. And I actually traded that in for a Moto Guzzi Le Mans 2.
Yeah.
With the old V-twin engine at the front. Looked like the CX500 engine. But I was like, oh God, I'm regretting it now. Getting rid of them. And everyone said to me, keep the ZX.
Hang on, it's past Brandon's bedtime. You've got to sing him a lullaby.
Sorry,
now.
Has Rev stopped talking yet?
I'm only talking because you're not bloody doing anything.
No. I just, earlier you were like, I'm going to try and wind him up. I said you got to try and a little harder.
Nah, keep going.
That's what Brandon says to all the boys. a little harder.
I find it quite funny. Some of the bikes that are now very kind of trendy for the cafe racer scene that were utter junk when they were first out. CX500, Rev just said there, and we used to call it the maggot. It was a useless bike that only motorcycle couriers rode on because they were cheap because no one wanted them. And now they're the coolest thing in the world for cafe racer design.
Totally agree.
It's funny. It makes me laugh that a lot of the bikes that are so sought after now I see them making cafe racers out of Super Dreams, and did we not all call it the wet dream when it came out? So you never know.
I like a good cafe racer. When I was at the bike show in Ingleton before COVID, there was a BMW cafe racer, and the boy it was black and gold, and he had like the cafe racer seat, and it was like gold. It was like Alcantara, and he had the gold pinstripe and that on it, and it was so minimalist. There was not a lot to the bike, but you stood and you stared at every single inch of it. It was beautiful. And with some people, it's like with cafe racers, they either love them or they hate them. I think they look absolutely brilliant. Probably very impractical bikes to ride, but they are.
But I have a Thruxton, so yeah.
No, the Thruxtons are beautiful.
Not very practical, but yeah.
Yep.
I grew up. My very first big bike many moons ago was a BSA C15 that I turned into a cabbie racer.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I'm about 2 foot too tall for it, but it was good fun for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like them.
I don't know if we've done this before, but first road legal bike. Go on, Rev. Your first road legal bike you owned?
The Pooch Maxi.
I only said that question because I know that's what you had. Andy, first road legal bike.
It was an MT5.
MT5.
Honda.
Do it.
Yeah, Honda.
Mine's because I only passed my test in 2009. Most of the bikes that I rode were dirt bikes, so they weren't road legal. So my first road legal bike was a ZZR 600 E1.
There you go.
I had 55,000 miles on the clock, and it's just been sold again to a guy who I know on Facebook, and I just handed him all the receipts for everything that I did to it, because I stripped it to the bare frame and powder coated everything, rebearinged everything, and I just used it as a bike to learn how to maintain bikes. I had progressive front end, progressive front springs on it, Hagon shock at the back. This thing didn't want for anything in its entire life, and it's a testimony to that because it's still riding as hard and as smooth as it did. It's brilliant.
Jim?
Kawasaki AR125.
Ah, nice.
Bonkster?
Well, I was a dirt bike guy too, but actually my first legally taxed bike was a Vespa, of all things, believe it or not, a PK50S. But I also had an MB5 and I had an AR125, but my first 50 on the road was a Vespa.
Brandon's run away because he doesn't want to answer the question.
See the thing about...
Go on, Brandon. First road legal bike.
An XT125.
Cool.
Right, I'm with Ponks on this because my first ever road legal bike, it was 1985 and it was Vespa PK50, one of the first Douglas ones that came out.
Was it a square headlight or a round headlight?
Round headlight, round headlight with the gears.
I had the special with the kind of oval.
You had the special one,
It
was
just convenient. I mean, I rode dirt bikes at the same time as owning that. I had a 500 Red Rocket that I rode off road, but I needed something to go to work on, and it was actually really good to go to work on.
But don't tell my mum and dad, because 6 months after they got it for me, I put a 110 Velocity kit on it, and they went, "Oh, that's got noisier," and I said, "Yeah, I put a different exhaust on it."
No, it's like Mark and I. We went for it was a camping trip last year, and one of the boys that was on the camping trip, he was actually pals with the guy I sold the ZZR 600 to when I actually sold it, and they were pals because they were in a scooter club, and he had a Vespa, but this thing was like tuned to the max. It's like I love scooters. I don't have an issue. With anyone that rides a scooter. I think again, it's the whole culture thing. It's the whole essence of it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And whether the likes of Les who was on that the camping trip with us, he progressed. It was a what was it he had? I think it was a phaser. That he had when he came, and then he sold that, and he's got something else now. And he's a blooming good bike rider, even though it was his scooters that he was brought up with. But that was because his scooter was so fast. Mark, he's not on his earphones yet. Mark, I was talking about Les.
Yes.
And the scooter that he had, what was the bike he had at the meet the campsite that we? Was it a phaser? The Yamaha phaser?
It was a phaser. Yep.
How well did he ride it?
Aye.
He rode it absolutely brilliant. And Ponkster, you'll like this. I see when we were any length of time, he would stick his legs forward.
Yeah.
It's like while he was riding, he'd put them up. He had like crash bars on it. And he'd stick his
legs up. Phaser 600 is a great bike. Phaser 600 is a workhorse. My rat bike is based around a Phaser 600.
Yeah. They're bulletproof.
And it's got 90,000 miles on it.
Aye. They're absolutely bulletproof.
Yeah, good engine. And I haven't done the valves on it.
There we go. That's my mum's first bike.
Yeah. Well, my mum and dad both worked at the BSA factory in Birmingham, and my dad was into cars and my mum was into bikes, and she had a 350 Rocket. So my mum was the biker and my dad wasn't.
Yeah.
So they both worked. They're both from Small League, so they both worked in the factory.
Yeah.
Because that was the only place you could get work in Small League, was at the motorbike factory.
Yeah. Well, I stay in Linwood, so it was a Chrysler car plant. So that's like where I stay is called the Linwood Overspill, because it was like when all the people migrated in from Glasgow. The house that I'm actually in just now was built to accommodate all the people moving in.
I was just around the corner from you today. I was down in East Kilbride and back. And I'm going back down in the morning, believe it or not. But... So you were talking about the shit roads today with idiots in the snow. I was talking about just
you. Yeah.
Brandon's getting it tight tonight. It'll be even tighter when you come to Scotland.
How tight?
Just for Brandon.
You might make it up there.
I'll make it up there. It'll cost about 120 quid to get up there.
In fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an head one in. I know you're paying.
And Brandon, if you've got it decatted, you'll be deaf by the time you get up.
I've got earplugs.
What's Brandon ride? What bike you got, Brandon?
MT10.
Oh, right, cool.
Tis a nice bike, but God, that's the one thing about the big touring bikes. They can do miles per gallon.
Rev Bomb, I was just about to say that your son's in the chat.
Oh, oh, he's here. He's here. All rise for Sir Lockwood.
Hey.
My boy.
That's all right. I got to see my grandkids as well.
Come to daddy. Come to daddy.
Brandon's coming to Scotland. Well, we hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of guys in the club who want to go up to Scotland, and then we've got a lot of guys in Scotland who are in the club, so it gives me a reason to go up there.
There we go. That's what we ought to do now. We ought to write to Farley's and get some rusks for Brandon.
I'm down. Have you, mate? They are fucking delicious. They are,
aren't they?
They are good.
It's like one of the guys, because I tend to work all day. I don't tend to have a break and work right the way through. And he's like, "What are those down there?" I went, "That's my cookies." And he went, "Oh." I said, "There's more in the drawer. I've normally got about 4 packs of cookies at the garage." And he went, "Oh, what are those?" I went, "My crisps." And he went, "Oh, can I have one?" I went, "Help yourself." And he went, "Oh, what the hell are those?" I went, "Chili rice crackers."
Oh, they're good, those. They are good.
He didn't like them. He didn't like chili rice crackers.
Oh, do you know what I've had taken a sort of big thing for? Have you ever bought the Graze packs with the dried flavoured sweet corn and stuff like that?
Yeah.
No, and the reason no is because they're like £4 for a little tiny fucking peanut.
Yeah, but you can go to the if you go. How do I?
Depends where you're shopping.
Corner shop, and they do the loose stuff, so you can just buy your nuts and your salt, mix it up yourself. So,
well, see, like
my cousin Mohammed.
I'm a massive like. Every weekend it's like a bag of peanuts, bag of cashew nuts. I would rather eat
like
them.
Your nuts, don't you?
I would rather eat them than I would eat crisps. And but see the dried flavoured sweet corn. That's the new thing. That's absolutely great.
Pick and mix, yeah. Do you remember it? You go to Tesco's now. They pick and mix is like £1.20 for like 100 grams or something stupid.
Yeah.
Now, the idea is you take a big handful, stick it in your mouth, put a few more in the bag, and get another handful and walk around.
It's gone up in price because of people like me. I go in there and ram raid it.
Bring back Woolworths, that's what I say.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course, Curious Goose has got a little one, hasn't he? So.
Of course, yeah. The thing is,
Lockwood's in. I didn't notice.
Yeah, we've just said that already.
Sorry.
Here we go. We all need to stay quiet.
Yeah, here we go.
I know.
Get it off your chest, Rev. Get it off your chest as he joins. Right,
tell Lockwood he's going to have to rewind a bit. He's going to get upset. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go and have a smoke in a minute anyway. No playing music.
But you're not going to be.
I've got it all queued up waiting for you to go.
Come on, we're waiting. Hit the button.
While there's a lull in the proceedings, I'd like to say thank you for everybody that wished my wife well. She's feeling a lot better now. I just took her a cup of tea.
Back in a minute.
Yeah, she's feeling a lot better today, but she was really poorly earlier in the week. So, thank you for everybody that wished her well, and she thanked you all as well. So
that's good.
It's never easy when they're not well.
No, it ain't, because you have to do your own washing, your own cooking.
I've had to start fucking cooking. I don't know what that's all about.
Andy, see, to be quite honest, every time my wife's not well, my magic ironing basket stops working.
Yeah. And mine.
It's ridiculous.
Get up in the morning, you're like, what am I wearing?
Exactly. What's going on here? sweetheart.
I don't know what usually happens. When the wife's ill, I mean, we got this magic table that everything gets cleared away and it gets cleaned every day. When my wife's ill, it doesn't work.
Exactly.
You put your plate there and it's still there in the morning.
Exactly.
You get in and wake her up and say, "Come on, I'll help you at your bed. I've got to get my stuff ready."
Sweetheart, that's
I was good for her yesterday. I carried the ironing into the living room before I went out. So.
Oh dear.
I hope mine's
Lower
a
the
good
army board so she can do it while she's sitting down.
Oh my god.
Oh, who we got?
Sometimes
One
I've got noise behind me.
1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike, more.
I know. My wife's pretty good when she's not well because she can punch as hard and with as much passion as she can when she kisses me. It's brilliant.
Well, I'm laughing at you guys talking about, when your wife's not well.
You've got to wait till Red Bomb comes back. Unfortunately, he's ignoring you tonight. I think there's been a falling out.
I have had a weird situation. My wife's actually been away for 6 months.
Yeah, she has, mate. She went around here.
Congratulations, mate.
She's been somewhere, yeah. No, she's been
I'll be
looking
away
after
6
her
months.
mum,
We're
who's
about a
not been
moustache
very
like
well.
that. Fuck it now.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a culture shock being married for 30-odd years, and then all of a sudden you're living on your own.
Yeah.
Does that not happen to most middle-aged men?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Got divorced?
Yeah, I haven't gone full feral because she's coming back eventually,
Don't worry, Punkster, you'll know.
Surely you can find desertion by now. That's desertion, mate.
That's a good point.
At least you managed to get the bike out the living room before she come back.
Well, no, to be fair on her, she's a good girl, and she was the one suggested put the bike in the living room.
Oh, well, God bless her. She's a keeper.
Keeper, an absolute keeper.
Yeah,
Is it employed? Because if it's in the house, she's entitled to half.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She is a good girl. Yeah.
Now she was the one said, leave it till the morning, and then just put it in the living room. She didn't realise it. It took me about 45 minutes to get it in there because I live in a terraced house.
Finding the hole is a nightmare. I know.
Pongster, remember the night that actually the roof come down? You come onto military bikers stream.
Man,
you were gutted, weren't
I was gutted and shit faced on those.
No, I know, but that was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was medicinal. It was medicinal, brother.
I'd only had it 2 days at that point.
I know.
I've not even ridden it. Or
It was
apart from back from the dealer,
It was a tough one to take.
A tad pissed off.
I know.
But no, it's cool.
I hope our soothing, kind words helped you.
It was very good. Actually, we're all pretty philosophical about it's just shit. It's just
I know.
Nearly fucking killed myself going in there trying to get it. That's why I said at the beginning, it's no matter how expensive your bike is, don't risk your life trying to save it because I got really close that night. It was stupid. And, thankfully I saw Sense.
Anyway, come on, Rev. He's waiting for you backstage. Come on. You know you want to.
Daddy.
Come on,
coming home. I'm coming home.
Dad, let me in. Dad.
I'll be nice. I'll behave myself.
I've been a good boy. Let your wee man in.
Daddy.
Daddy doesn't love me.
Oh, I'm in.
Does that count as child abuse, keeping him waiting backstage?
I think it does.
Still got that bloody hat on there, hasn't he?
What do you mean? I'm just hiding my hair because you ain't got any.
Yeah, I need a hat.
There you go.
How we doing? What's been happening?
Not a lot.
No, it's been a quiet night.
I've just been waiting for you, Lockwood.
Babysitting empty tank.
Just babysitting empty tank. 8 babysitters for empty.
Are you not going to check your dad's all right?
I don't know. If I'm honest,
he's always all right.
Yeah, he's a fully grown man. He can look after himself.
Yeah. He's absolutely fine.
Put my mic back on.
Sarah will look after him anyway.
Yeah, we're all trying to figure out what the fuel bill is for a ZZR or a GTR to get to Scotland and compare it to an MT10.
Oh yeah, I mean a big difference there.
I reckon
21
two
probably.
stops for the GTR and 11 for the MT.
Yeah.
Easily.
What are you talking? What are you talking about? 90 max, 90 miles
I've got
to the
one
gallon,
stop.
is it?
On
And
what?
right now, fuel
90
economy,
miles to the tank, and the MT is at 100 miles.
I wish,
miles to
mate.
the gallon.
More like fucking 70.
Yeah.
70 miles.
Yeah.
You'll get
So you
90
get
to
100, yeah.
4.5 gallons.
We'll talk to military biker and get you a refueling tank just to follow your log.
That's
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're going to need to.
Can I
think
get
it's
that?
78.
Oh yeah.
78 is my best, including the reserve tank.
How big a
Oh, yeah.
tank's on the MT?
I think it's like 15 and a half, 16 and a half
Right.
litres.
Right.
It's a fair big
Tiny.
like £25 to fill up.
Yeah, you're doing about 35 to the gallon.
Oh no, I do about 22 miles to the gallon.
Right, round the town. But on a run, you're doing about 30 plus. 30
on a run it's 22 miles. Around
Yeah.
down it's about 34. Yeah, 32.
I've had that Thruxton recently, and it's a shitty little air-cooled 2-cylinder, and it was doing 20 miles to the gallon, and I realised I put the wrong map. I remapped the ECU, I put the wrong map on. I put the E25 map on it.
Yeah. I mean, so the worst
It's
miles per gallon I
ridiculous.
get when I twist the throttle instead of going like 5%. If I'm in first gear all the way up to 5th or 6th, you just see it drop, and the lowest it goes to is about 11.
But I've remapped it now, and it's doing, I don't know, 50 to the gallon or something. But my speed triple, it was great. It was tuned for performance, and that did about 30 miles to the gallon round town and on a run. That was it. It drank fuel, but that was the cost.
Yeah. My VFR's a bit shit on fuel as well. I'll get about 120 maybe a tank, and it's about 20 odd quid to fill it. So it's not the best, but I could probably tweak it, to be honest, if I took it in and got it tuned.
Yeah.
But it's an old bike, I suppose you've got to kind of expect that, haven't you?
You just plan your trips, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
It's still car fuel, isn't it?
See, the good thing is the boys will know this is like all the sort of routes in and around where we ride, they're never more than about 100 miles away from a fuel stop. So we go for a decent length run, and then you stop, you refuel, decent length run, stop, refuel, and you can do that all day long.
I've got to stop after 100 miles these days anyway.
Yeah, you're never close to running out when you come up here. It's
Andy, when we went around Germany and that, what was the average mileage we was hitting a day?
Like to keep it around 140, 150, because we have lots of stops out for lunch, visit castle.
I think there was only one of us on the Triumph, but he had a fill up while we was out, didn't he? And then fill up when we got back.
We fill up before we got to the hotel, and that'd last all day, and then we'd fill up before the hotel.
Wow,
There's only one.
140, 150 is really manageable, isn't it? Because it means that you can stop for good lengths and do stuff.
The thing is,
We had a great time, and I got to give props to Andy for this because he organised it all and done the routes and everything else. And the mileage was never too much every day, except for the first day and the last day. It was long days, but the mileage every day wasn't too much. If you saw something while you was going somewhere, you had time to stop. We all had nice long lunch breaks and everything. It was great. It was perfect.
Yep.
I've done tours both ways, where you've done 300-mile days, and after 3 or 4 days, it's not enjoyable. Your missus is grinding. If you've got 8 or 9 people, a fuel stop's going to take 45 minutes.
Yeah,
because people are stopped, they'll have a fag, someone will grab a drink. And it's just not worth it. So I learned a long time ago.
Somebody will drop a bike.
Yeah.
There's always a wee drama.
Somebody will break a clutch cable. Yeah.
There's always
somebody will put diesel in their tank.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Now you had one famous trip, didn't you, Andy, where a guy and an Indian, Ian, he lost the clutch cable. And how many miles was that to get a new clutch cable?
It was a 9-hour round trip from southern Germany to northern Germany to go and get him a clutch cable in some of the worst thunderstorms I've ever ridden in.
Man,
it was a 9-hour round trip.
Good memories, though.
Oh yeah, he's not forgotten it. Funny enough, the guy on the Indian's not forgotten it either because I don't let him forget it.
Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears on that clutch cable.
Oh, well, mine, but Andy takes a mechanic everywhere he goes as well.
Oh, stupid. It was about 90 miles from the hotel, and I've always kept under my seat on my old bike. I don't anymore. Just a little round tin, and in that tin it had like cable and connectors, like bicycle cable, like cable and connectors and bits and bobs. He's always said, "Oh no, you never ever use it. You'll never use it." 5 years it sat under my seat, but he used it on the Indian, and it got him 90 miles to the hotel.
Yeah, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Or the worst thing, blowing a clutch still when you're on a ride.
Oh.
Yeah, did that when we did the PC Harper run. While I was tail gunning, and we got halfway through the ride, first and second gear, all the way through the ride, and I lost my clutch. And I was having to upshift and downshift without the clutch. We got to the airbase, pulled in, and I was having to speed match down to try and save my gearbox. Pulled onto the airfield, and these 4 or 5 Hell's Angel bikers come up to me, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" And he went, "What was with all the revving, all the high revs and upshifting and down?" I went, "My clutch had gone." And he went, "Oh." He said, "What's gone?" I said, "My clutch seal's gone." And he went, "Oh, hang on a minute." And he picked his phone up. This Land Rover turned up. And this guy opened the back of the Land Rover, and he literally had the whole back of the Land Rover was just toolbox with loads of little drawers in it. And he said, "I'm sure I've got something for it." Within half an hour, they put me a new clutch seal in, filled it up with clutch fluid, cleaned all my cylinder up for me. And I said, "How much do I owe you?" He went, "Don't worry about it, mate, on me." He said, "Just buy me a beer at the tent." I was like, "Bloody hell, seriously?" Yeah, he said, "Just get me a beer at the tent."
Fair play.
Yeah, really nice bunch of. That round of drinks cost me 30 quid because I had to buy everyone a bloody drink.
Oh yeah.
But you imagine if I'd have stuck that into a garage for an hour's labour, new clutch seal plus the fluid.
And it's funny though, that's a biker thing, isn't it? I mean, bikers will always help out other bikers and won't ask for anything or much.
You exhaust pipes, didn't you, Si?
Yeah. Yeah, when I needed a new exhaust for my bike, because before we went to Germany, weren't it? On the Sunday before we were going and we were leaving on the Thursday, I got rear-ended by a taxi in Bletchley. He bent me exhaust pipe and the silencer, bent that and broke the my foot peg. So I went straight on the GTR forum because I know everybody puts a new exhaust on. I just wanted a standard exhaust. Yeah. I said, "Has anybody got one? They don't want any more." And this bloke up in Birmingham went, "Yeah, I got one." I said, "Right, I'll be up there tonight and pick it up." And I drove up there Sunday night, got all the way up there, and I was going to give him 100 quid for it. He said, "No, just take it."
Aye, it's like Simon. It's the same as the ZZR forum as well. It's like all the original exhausts are holding shed doors open.
Yeah. He had it sat in his garage. He went, "There, go." And I looked at it and I went, "Yeah, okay." Tracy pay him because she came up in the car with me. I said, "Tracy, pay him." And he went, "No, I don't want nothing for it."
Aye.
I went, "Oh, top man." And I managed to get a right foot peg because that holds the exhaust on the GTR, the right foot peg. I managed to find one of them on Colchester breakers. Yeah, right. Colchester breakers. No, there's a breakers in Colchester. Yeah. And they were breaking up Kawasaki. And I found that because it was a bank holiday Monday as well, weren't it? So I found that on their website, on eBay on a Monday, and I clicked buy it now for about 25 quid. And I rung the guy up at about 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. I said, "Look, I bought this bit. Can I come pick it up?" And he went, "Hang on, I'll find it." He found it. He went, "Oh, no, I'll courier it over. It'll be there with you before midday tomorrow." I'm like, "Brilliant, do that." And that's the Wednesday then. And we're leaving for Germany on the Thursday. And I'll tell you what, that courier turned up at 10 o'clock and give me the box. Before the guy had even shut the door in his van, I had that box open and was screwing it onto the side of the bike. And the whole lot cost me like 25 quid plus a fuel up to Birmingham and back. And the taxi driver, we'd agreed not to go through the insurance and he paid me 150 quid.
Oh, wow. There you go. Wow. There we go, Brandon. If you ever thought of owning a GTR, I've got just the one for you. So,
is it bright pink?
No,
Has he got a very, very small vest on it?
He won't be able to hold it up, so I thought, right, might as well get him a decent
big
one.
for me to
So,
hold it up.
there you go, Brandon. If you can manage to hold up that one.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
That's pretty smart, to be fair.
I'll tell you what, Brandon, actually, because you go to the gym, if you ever had a GTR, you'd never need to do leg day.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Holding that up must be.
I'll tell you what, there's once or twice I've done leg day and went out on the bike and then kind of pulled up, where the bikes kind of went over slightly, and I've had a couple of hairy moments.
I did one the other day. I was pulling up in work, and for some reason I pulled up. I thought I put the side stand down, and I hadn't. Started to lean it over, and it gets to that point where you realise the side stand hasn't down, and you just sort of lock your legs, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And then it takes every ounce you've got to try and stand that fucker back up, and it's not that far over.
I was actually, there was a forum I was looking at the other day on the CB1000R forum, and they were talking about changing the oil. And look, the CB1000R, you've got to hold the bike level and just check that it's in the window and it's within the limits, and then you'll slowly drop the bike down again. But this guy had put the side stand up. So as he moved the bike over to set it back down, he then realised as the bike just kept going and going and going and pulled him with it, that he'd put the side stand up.
Oh, that's mental. But
when I see a new person in the room, Steve Crouch. He's not been on the live stream before. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, welcome along, Steve. I'll put the link up one more time.
I've got a 32mm socket lock.
I'll tell you what, Steve Crouch, and Andy will probably agree with me that Steve Crouch looks amazingly like
right under my side stand.
They remind me of each other.
Yeah. It just levels it, just
Yeah.
off centre. So it's just leaning, but no more. It's enough.
Yeah, because it's dodgy though. See if you're trying to hold it, and you're basically shouldering it, to keep it going.
Yeah.
One
has got to go. His wife turned up. One
of our customers was in this week and chatting about different bits and pieces. And I said to him, we were chatting about different bikes and the GSs. I said, "Oh, Andy's that comes with us. He's got one of the new ones." And he went, "Oh," he said, "Yeah." He said he's got the older version with the higher seat. He said, "So he said I can ride it flat-footed." He said, "But I was going down country road. He was out on a tour. I think he was out in the Lake District somewhere." He said, "I come flying round this corner, and obviously there was roadworks there." He said, "But there was no road signs up at all." He said, "I come flying round this corner, hit the brakes." He said, "This thing stopped like it was on a sixpence." He said, "But I put my foot down and then realised there was no road there because camera literally was shot." He said, "And this GS went over." He said, "Luckily, I've got the crash bars on it." He said, "But it went over." He said, "It actually stopped on the rear pannier." He said, "It didn't go over until it touched the pannier." He said, "I managed to get off the bike, took two people to stand it back up." He said, "The only thing I'd done," he said, "I put a tiny dent in the bottom of the side pannier."
Yeah. Lucky.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
I did the first bike I had, the ZZR 600. I was in the lockup, and where my lockup, I had another lockup. It was further away from my house than the one I've actually got, and I was in that lockup, and I was moving the bike, and because I hadn't been on it for a wee while, because it was mid sort of winter, and I did all my sort of maintenance during that time, the back tire was soft, and the bike started to fall away from me, and I basically had my shins wedged up against the belly pan. And the bike's still going, so I knew it was the inevitable fall to the ground. So basically, what I did was turn the bike so that the handle was the bar end was pointing straight at the ground, and I dropped it on the bar end. And there was one stone on my floor that actually caught the mid panel, and it scratched the mid panel. That was the only bit of damage I had. But I think everyone that's owned a bike has had that sad, slow, inevitable fall over that it's just a bummer.
I had it once with my my Kawasaki Zephyr, and I was cleaning it in the driveway, and I was obviously being too rough with it, and it just moved forward a wee bit, and the side stand went up. Ooh. And the bike just, that way. I was on my knees at the time, cleaning the side of it or underneath it, and I just seen the bike started to move, and there was no way I was going to catch it in time, and over it went. But minimal damage. It was quite lucky. You know, there wasn't much.
But we've all been there and done it.
Yeah.
I did that on me Versus 1000 I had, but fortunately I had the crash bars on that. Courtesy of Andy, he suggested they were a good idea to get, and he weren't wrong. I was doing a U-turn in the rain, and my visor's wet, and I can't see properly. And as I'm doing the U-turn, there was a pothole I didn't see because obviously it was full of water. The front wheel dipped into this pothole. I didn't have enough engine going, and it stalled, and it started to go over, and I sort of throw your leg out and you held it, and it was going over, and I just had to lay it down. I could not hold it. Fortunately it had all them bars and everything on it, and it saved all the panels. But we've all been there and done it.
Best under an 80 quid I ever spent was was
that Bangkok Betty?
Yeah, that was.
It's the screensaver on my phone. I've got those there, the crash bungs round the side of the bike. 180 quid for the set.
Yeah.
And they wrap round the bottom fairing, but they actually bolt direct to the frame and the back of the engine.
Yeah.
And you've got literally 2 inches of solid rubber there with aluminium behind it. And everyone's like, yeah, but you're not going to go over that far. Yeah, but if I do, it's going to save myself £400 in side panels.
£400 and the rest.
And plus the rest.
The mid panel is 540 quid.
It sounds like for 400 quid, Rev Bomb's buying the Yingling.
Yeah, he's buying the Yingling
version of the panel.
Chinese OEM part. Yeah.
Thank God for CMPO.
So what's the latest on the GTR, Rev? And you probably said this already earlier, but I know you're getting the plugs done, weren't you?
If you spoke to your dad more often, you'd know.
Honestly, I don't speak to him enough, to be fair.
I messaged...
He's not seen his grandkids for yonks.
I was watching my grandkids the other day, I messaged Simon on, I think it was Thursday, wasn't it? Because we've had a bit of free time in the garage, so... We've got 17 vehicles that are either need work, need attention, non-running. And I said to the boss, I've hit my targets for this week. I'm going to spend a day just bashing out and getting rid of bikes. So my one was one of them. 17 vehicles, and we managed to clear 6 vehicles in one day, get them up and running. But that's the plugs on the GTR.
Oh.
Completely blacked, and that's just starting it up, taking it out the front, turning it off, just bringing it in and out every day. So I've said to them, new set of plugs, and they're bloody iridiums as well.
Good.
So arm and a leg for the plugs. Normally about a 2.5 hour job if you know what you're doing and you've done the job before. 4.5 hours later, we're still going at it.
Rev,
why is that?
Rumour has it that if you get the iridium plugs and you lay them in a line and put a wee tray of sushi on top of it, a wee Japanese man will come in the middle of the night and put them in for you.
Yeah, it's Jen that.
I'll tell you what, you need the hands of a 6-year-old to get him to change those bloody plugs.
You're lucky then, ain't you?
I'm going to have to shoot off, Rev.
All right, take care, buddy.
Early one tomorrow, so see you later.
All the best, Pongster. Great catching up, man.
Yeah, good to catch you.
See you later, buddy.
See you later.
All right. We managed to get in. We've got it done. We put all the panels back on, and then my mechanic said to me, he said, "Hang on a minute." He said, "I've got 3 bolts left over. Where the hell do these 3 bolts go?" And I went, "Shit."
Put them in that tray next to the rest of them.
We looked all...
in that drawer with the other spare bolts.
We looked all round the bike, and I'm like, "Well, they ain't panel bolts because they're bloody big ones. Where the? Oh crap, battery panel." Because I took the battery panel off as well, and it was the 3 bolts.
Is the battery panel the same in the GTR as it is in the ZZR?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
you've got the plastic one with the 1 bolt you peel off. Then you've got the 4 on the metal plate, pull that out, and then the 2 on the battery strap.
So it's a GTR basically just a ZZR. It's the same engine, isn't it? Is it just
you can actually take the panels off the ZZR of the same year and bolt them onto a GTR. They will fit.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
exactly
the frame, the engine, and everything else is exactly the same. The only difference is the drive chain and the swing arm.
Yeah.
So there you go, Zed. You could turn your ZZR into a GTR if you wanted.
Yeah.
He could do. If he gets to that age where he wants more comfort, he could do.
RST don't do boots that look like slippers, though.
You leave my slipper boots alone.
But yeah, she's up and running, so I'll be out Sunday and trying out the new helmet as well and the new camera. So
I'll tell you what.
Look forward to seeing that one. Good.
I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry, Stuart.
No, I wasn't talking.
Have you finished Call of Duty now? Have you?
Lockwood, eh?
It was me. Yeah, we all sound the same up here.
Yeah, you do. That's
Aye.
All right.
We're all from the same cloth.
All right, John. I was going to say, talking about going out Sunday, I got invited to this random like Instagram group of all these like public figures, I guess you could say, who do like Instagram, I guess as a living sort of thing, and they're all on A2 bikes or restricted bikes or just past their test, and they're like, oh, we're going to do a massive bike meet over in Thorpe Park on Sunday, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'll come. Anyway, you know what I'm like. I'm just been in the chat, like ripping the shit out of everyone. So at least I pre-warned them, but I want to get some good videos. I mean, I've got just over 4 terabytes or something like that of footage, but I haven't uploaded for 6 days, and I'm slacking, so I need to get back on it. I've actually just been editing a video while you guys are talking. I'm just kind of trying to find some music to put in the background. But yeah, sorry to interrupt, Mr.
Fascinating.
Lockwood.
Thank you.
So you're going on Sunday then?
To Thorpe Park, yeah.
Thorpe Park. A lot of fun.
Cool.
It should be all right. I think it's going to be a lot of wheelies. It's going to be good.
It'd be a really good Sunday.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
we'll see.
channel that I haven't heard of for absolutely ages, and they used to be all over the live streams, was Gesto and Lane. Where have they gone?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
Probably
I
fell
don't know,
asleep
because
listening to
they are an amazing team. The pair of them
Yeah.
when they went to Spain and the stuff they were doing over there, and they were on every week, even if it was only like 1, 2, 5-minute videos. They were on all the time.
Yeah.
There's been nothing for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about
Carlos actually shot all the original logos that I had for RevBomb with the green Kawasaki and the helmet.
Because I remember the competition that you won for the bobblehead.
Yeah, and they actually shot all the photos for me. Because that logo up there is the helmet that was on the original bobblehead.
That's right. That's right.
The company that done the redesign for me actually took that helmet and then added all this crap in for me. So, because he said to me, he said, if you're switching bikes left, right, and centre, you can't have the ZX as your logo. He said, which is what Spicy 110 did, because he had the DRZ as his original channel logo, and he's obviously switched it up to his Spicy with the doing that.
Yeah.
Which was from one of his photos. But he said, you know, for the rebrand, he said, I would suggest not using a bike as your logo.
See, the thing about it is like every bike I buy from now until I die will always have a Z in the moniker. ZZR, ZRX, ZZR again. So it's like if I want to keep the Z-head name. So that's right.
ZR15.
Yeah, well, there's I was actually thinking more along the line of somebody who's had the misfortune of sending an H2 down the road and buying the engine and putting it in the frame of a ZZR. But going down the carbon fiber route for lightness and trying to turn it into some sort of touring.
That would be one hell of a project, actually. There,
I think it would.
Yeah. I think the H2 engine would fit. The mounts on the Kawasaki engines are almost identical anyway from series to series. So
yeah,
I think it wouldn't need much fettling to get one in.
One of the guys that comes into the work is actually a toolmaker. He's won the Street Fighter Championship for UK for the last so many years with his Fireblade. and he does a lot of custom work. So I think a wee set of engine mount adjusters and whatever wouldn't be too much of a stretch for him. So
it's if there is any adjustment needs doing, it's not going to be much, is it?
No, I don't think so.
It's not going to be very much at all.
I would be interested to know the sort of distance between the internals of the sort of rear swing arm spacing, and then like the single-sided swing arm for the rear end of the H2 to see what kind of spacing would be needed with that.
I mean, you could probably buy a ZZR that's had an engine blown and buy a H2 that's hit a truck.
Yeah,
and take the engine straight out and probably lump it straight in. Yeah.
Get some.
You probably could. You probably could. I could probably see that as feasible.
I think it would.
That's what Matey Boy did that goes up the Super Sausage, though, Simon.
He took the H2R and put it in the H2, which is the same bike frame. It's exactly the same, more or less, isn't it? So, and they're not going to make a different engine with different mounts for those two models. But what I'm saying is, when you go from series to series, Kawasaki will traditionally have their mounts almost in the identical places because that's where they work. So I'll tell you what, Zed, that would be one hell of a project actually.
I think it would.
A ZZR H2.
Yeah. Well, Matey Boy that goes.
The only problem I think you might find is the ZZR frame would be too heavy for the H2 engine.
Yeah. That's where there's it's F&F carbon. You could get. I don't know if you've ever been on it because you can get the GTR stuff as well on F&F
German
carbon.
company,
And basically they do the whole kit for the ZZR and carbon fiber from the nose cone right the way through to the fins on the front. The front of the mudguard as well as the mudguard as well. So you think of the sort of savings that you would make weight wise just with changing the fairings out, and then if you were to go all titanium and the exhaust, obviously I'm talking about cost going up and up and up here, but titanium exhaust and whatever and strip it out. You could even go down the road of carbon fiber wheels and stuff like that, or magnesium.
That's all excited that would be one hell of a project.
It would.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you what. I've got a wee niggle that I've been thinking about for a while, and that's getting an old shitty VFR 750 and turning it into a Street Fighter, and doing something like that where you just chuck money at it and just try and do stuff.
Take it as far as you can.
Aye, that's
your dad's got an old Viffer for sale.
Is it for sale? Nah, no. Us Scots want stuff for free. You know what I mean? So
correct. We'll pay for postage.
You'll pay for postage. What is that with your free stamps? Yeah.
Look at the way the
stamps up here.
Look at the way the sort of car guys are going, and it's like they're taking like a classic car, like a Volkswagen Beetle, the original Volkswagen Beetle, and putting a Tesla kit in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a sleeper straight away out the box. It's a sleeper. All you're doing is searching for a perfect body shell. You're not looking for anything else other than the body shell, and you're putting a Tesla kit in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of it's the bike equivalent of that. It's finding that.
That reminds me of one of Ed China's things he did on his. Have you seen Ed China on YouTube? On YouTube thing. He did the ice cream van. He turned it electric.
Aye.
I mean, he does everything really complicated, but
I saw the Volkswagen Beetle thing with Guy Martin. Yeah. It was doing the speed thing. It was with Guy Martin, and it's just crazy. I think it was like a P60 or something like that, Tesla P60 or P80 or something like that it's called, the full kit. And like there's American companies that if you give them $10,000, they'll fit that kit straight into anything that you want it. There's a lot of sort of the guys that have got retro cars like Lincoln Continentals and all sorts of old cars that they're getting these Tesla kits fitted into them, and they look absolutely mint. To all intents and purposes, it's still the car it is, but it's future proof, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see that with when you look at the VWs, when you look at the Mark 1 Golfs and the Mark 2 Golfs, and they're putting R32 engines in them. Just to future-proof that side of it. It's mental when you look at the weight of what a car was in the 80s to what it is now, with all the airbags and all the protection that they've got nowadays. It's like a go-kart.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Capri 1.6. We've got a 3.5 litre fucking Rover engine in. Yeah.
Here, Simon, look at the comment.
Yeah.
Well done, Phil.
That's the boss.
Is that your boss? I was just about to say, is that your boss?
That's the boss.
That's Phil, the boss. See you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, we managed to shut him up. What we've done, we figured out how to mute his mic. That's what we did. If you noticed, his lips were moving, but nothing was happening.
There are loads of sort of potential projects like that with a lot of bikes, and the Pongster hit the nail on the head when he was talking about bikes that people wouldn't have given second looks of. That bike designers now that are creating these cafe racers are creating them out of bikes that would have been classed in their day as absolute pigs. When you look at them now, you're like, my God, it's stunning.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. There's some good projects around.
Can we teach Phil how to shut Rev up? Easy. Start getting technical.
He's been quite quiet tonight, to be fair. He's not been doing
I'll tell you what, Phil, if you want Rev to shut up and walk off, ask him how much money he owes you for his spark plugs. There you go.
I actually paid my bill today. I did have money in my wallet. I've got £5 left. That is it.
I think Robert. I think he's drooling over.
Are you saying, Rev, I've got to buy the copies up Super Sausage on Sunday? Is that what you're
Pocket
saying?
money.
You're buying the copies on Sunday, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what, the grandkids are waiting on lots of pocket money when you appear. You know,
I know.
in June.
Yeah. Tell us,
you got to take a lot of prezzies
my boy down here. Son of Rev.
Son of Rev.
Yeah. Well, Phil's happy you've paid anyway. That means he can go on holiday now.
Yeah, but about to say
he paid for the spark plugs, Phil. Did he pay for the 6 hours labour? That's all I want to know.
Yes. Yeah.
You'll be going in there, starting up the GTR and turning it straight off, so no more money.
Yeah. They'll be doing that next week. Foul me plugs up again.
You just need to ride it, Rev. That's it. You just need to ride it, mate.
I know. I need to sort my fence out so I can bring the bloody thing home.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like I said to you today, Rev. I said you need to ride that fucking thing because them brake discs are orange, and it's not a KTM. So yeah,
no, exactly,
it's not a good look.
Is that the Rev? Is it the standard brake discs that are on it?
Yeah, it's got standards on it. Yeah.
No, it's got wavies on it, but
I get the EBC discs for the ZZR because, like, one of my the common fault with the ZZR, and it probably was with the GTR, with the weight, the heat getting into the discs and it warps them.
Does that know what mallets are for?
That's what mallets are for. You are right. The Z-head straightening techniques. No,
with a bit of luck, if the weather's good, I might get Phil out of his bed on Sunday, and we might be able to get out and do a dual ride together. So that'd be quite good. But he's at home tomorrow anyway because he's been doing basically a time and motion study, keeping an eye on the garage, working from home while I've been in the office. So we've done all right this week. We've pushed out some good figures, so we've done all right. Loads of service. I've got 2 big bikes in tomorrow. I've got what we got in. We've got V-Strom 1000 coming in, VL 1000, and I've got a 650 coming in for servicing tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, loads of bikes coming through the line. So
how's the 125 mark looking? Is it? You were saying that it was quite quiet. Is it still quiet? Yeah.
Yeah, last year we done good sales in January, February. This year we're having to chase the 125 market, but that's half of it is no one's got any money coming out of Christmas. Most of the kids are all going second hand.
Yeah,
and some of the bikes we've got one in at the moment, and he's gone and bought himself a Keyway, but it come in and he said, "Oh, it just needs a chain on it. It needs some service work on it." What about your back tyre? It's as bald as a coot. And he went, "Oh, I'll leave the back tyre for the time being." Yeah, but you go out the garage, mate, you're going to get 3 points on. You get pulled, you're going to get 3 points. It's down to the ply. And it's like, why do youngsters ride bikes with tyres that are absolutely no tread on it, especially in these conditions where it's wet, slippery, cold? You've got no tread on the back of that bike. You're going to know it as soon as you hit that first corner.
Rev, they don't even pay for a belt for their bloody jeans. They're hanging half off their backsides. Do you know what I mean?
You noticed it.
How do you expect them to get a tyre for their bike?
Yeah. And yet, you go the other extreme. We had one of the lads that came in, Super Sausage, he was like, "Oh, I've met Simon GTR 1400. I've met Rev Bomb." He phoned up this week. He said, he's got a 20 plate GSX 125, little Gixxer 125. And he said, my tyres are getting a bit low. They're not worn yet, but can you quote me for some Pirelli Corsa Freeze, Diablo Freeze? And I'm like, bloody hell. You know, he's gone for the latest top of the range tyre, and I gave him the price. He didn't even quibble it. He said, well, my bike needs it. I might as well bang him on it. You know, you go from one extreme where nobody wants to spend a penny on their bike, and it shows, and yet the people that have got a nice bike want to look after it and keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But youngsters still have got no maintenance regime. You know, we covered it last week on that kid that bought the LXR. No chain tension, and he'd gone and his sprocket had been ripped out because the chain caught the back wheel and ripped the sprocket out of the front, pulled the gearbox apart. You know,
Well, and that's it. And this day and age, the kids get everything done for them, don't they? So
exactly,
you know, bike maintenance is no different.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, poor old Code, not doing John.
Poor old John, mate.
Yeah, poor old John. Loads of people have got colds this week. It's right miserable this week. So yeah, everybody's suffering with this cold and whatever's going on.
Did any of you see the thing that Kawasaki had come out with about bike sales? They've been monitoring bike sales, and they've been monitoring it about, like, obviously empty nesters with a wee bit of extra money, and sort of middle-aged sort of people that are in jobs and whatever, and then the kids. And they're seriously concerned about the way the sort of bike market is at the moment. With regards to they obviously, like, there comes a saturation point where if they're keeping on supplying bikes into the market, obviously you're going to need someone who owns a bike to buy a new one, or a new rider to come in, and it doesn't seem to be happening as fast as maybe the market or the industry's predicted. And I think they're kind of sort of worried about it. Which may be good for us as consumers, because the bike sort of market might actually drop in value slightly, because they're going to need to push bikes on slightly cheaper, because they've obviously 2023 just around the corner, 24 again, so they're obviously the new bikes. So
I think it'll all change, and it's the same with cars as well when it comes to this whole electric era, where everybody's driving to, you know, go electric, but you're also going to have a majority who's going to want to stay combustion.
Yeah.
But they're going to stop building combustion, so there's going to be less and less of them out there on the market, and I think prices will go up when it comes to things like that, because of the fact that everything is going electric. And I think probably in the next 10 years you'll see a big shift on the market and how things are going to go.
I don't think you're going to with the electric, because you ain't got the infrastructure. So people that live in multi-story flats or blocks of flats, where are you going to charge your car?
Yeah, but if the government states that
you're going to have a charging point,
and you know what it's like at the minute, where if they complain, didn't they? If there's a big event on and people go and put their kettles on, innit? The national grid can't cope. So you can imagine when people get in from being at work all day, plug their cars in, because that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's a big white elephant, this whole electric thing. Like you said, it's going to have to be synthetic fuel.
See, I actually thought about it like in the sense of where would be the best place to charge a car? Now, probably sitting at a red light, put an induction plate underneath the road, that when you're stopped at a traffic light, the induction plate charges the car or charges the bike.
Yeah.
You get it with your mobile phone. You can put your mobile phone onto an induction plate and it charges wirelessly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or like a car park. You go to you put induction plates all over Tesco, Asda, and so on and so forth. Everyone has to do their shopping. You go to the shop. Sometimes people are going to the shops twice, maybe 3 times a week, depending on their shopping habits. So if you're doing that, and while you're shopping for your hour or however long you take it, if you're my wife, it's 3 hours, and you come out the shop with half of the stuff that you didn't want, and most of the stuff you did. Your car's been charging while you've been away. That's the only sort of way that I think that some kind of system like that could work. But like you say, Jim,
I'd say scrap the whole idea and go back to petrol. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah. What the Chinese are doing.
Scrap the whole idea, go back to petrol, or like I said earlier about the what's his name, fuel. Do it that way. Because it's just not working. I can't see it working.
The thing about it is the whole myth about oil's running out. It's not running out because there's an oil field in Scotland that they know that it's there. That they've been told not to get near. They've not.
I'll tell you, if you want an argument against batteries, your mobile phone you've got after you've had it 2 years, what happens? You got to charge the fucking thing up twice a day.
Yeah.
The battery just don't last. They've got no longevity in them. So after a year or 2 years, the batteries start wearing out.
But here's another thing, and I don't know, we could get down conspiracy or do what you want, but in that 2 years, how many updates have you had on your phone?
Yep.
So is it really the battery, or is
That's
it
the same conspiracy, isn't it? Once your phone reaches 2 years old, they give you an update that drains your battery. Yeah, I know. I've heard that one. Yeah.
New one.
The thing about it is like
that's why friends of mine after 18 months haven't done any updates on their Samsung because they want their battery low. But they're still charging it twice a day. Yeah.
But there's an element of truth to it as well, in the sense that there's certain things that when an update happens on a mobile phone, that after the update, there's something switched on in your phone that you hadn't had switched on previously. And what that does is it creates background work, whether it's a backlight or whatever it is that it's doing. It's something that before was switched off, that they switch it and it's switched on, and you have to go into the settings and switch it off.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think there's a lot we don't know.
To get them to sell you the latest phones, but I really love my Z Fold. It's really good.
Oh yeah, they've come really down in price actually. Is that the Z Fold 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh bloody hell! Russia's just kicked off then.
What?
Have they?
Have they?
That's a bit off topic. We're talking phones.
No.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Really?
Really? Is that actually happened? Does it?
That's what happens if you keep poking the bear.
Yeah, here we go. I'll answer that.
You know, your bike that cost 20 quid to fill up, it's now going to cost 40 quid to fill up.
Yeah, because the Russians are kicked off. Yeah.
You still want to come to Scotland? I don't know if Scotland's further away from Russia. I think it might be.
Nothing has kicked off yet.
Are we in April yet?
Not far off.
Oh, fuck.
You just want an Easter egg, don't you?
No, I don't want to change the topic, you know, so I thought I'd say Russia. Everyone loves a bit of Russia. I was just fucking with you. I don't know. I don't watch the news, nor do I care about the news.
Is this just Russia kicked off on Call of Duty? Is that all it is?
Yeah.
I'm editing a video, like I said.
I won't tell you the
all the
Russians.
comments that are going to come in now saying that you're talking shite.
Yeah, that's all right. I won't tell you the Russian.
Tony Savage, don't worry about it. It was Brandon. Yeah. So.
Can I just say that you should never ever buy Russian underpants?
Nah.
No.
Because Chernobyl fallout.
Hey.
Don't even talk about that.
Did you hear about
that joke's older than me?
Did you hear about Putin though?
I did know a Russian prostitute once, Nika Zonanovsky.
Now, Putin actually came to London to meet the Queen, and Prince Charles said, "I'll take you out for the night." They went off down Soho. Prince Charles disappeared off, but Putin's walking down Soho, picks up this prostitute, takes her back to the hotel, and she starts stripping off, and she takes her top off, and he went, "Oh, armpits," and she went, "What?" He went, in Russia, women woolly. And she went, no, I shave my armpits. And he went, oh, no, Russia, woolly. Anyway, she gets undressed. She takes her trousers off. And he went, oh, no, legs. And she went, what? He went, in Russia, women woolly, leggy. And she went, well, I shave my legs. Oh, no. Takes the knickers off. And he went, oh, he went, in Russia, women are woolly there. And she went, do you want a leg over or a pullover?
Yeah.
Well, I was laughing.
That is a watershed joke, Rev Bob. Let's face it. Come on.
Yeah, Rev just killed it.
Yeah, no
Give us
disclaimer
another
needed for that
joke.
joke, really.
Give us another joke.
Well, we changed the subject. Here's your vlogster. I must say that wee video you put out tonight was spot on, mate. That 360 camera is immense.
Do you
I've
enjoy
not
it?
seen it yet.
What you can do with it, yeah. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but
Not
I
yet.
it's
haven't
really
seen
good.
it yet, no.
Yeah.
Some of those upskirt shots were absolutely.
Wait till you get. That's my point.
I'll
Wait
tell
till
you
you
what.
see what I can really do with it.
Yeah, well, you look for an upskirt shirt up there, all you get is up Lockwood's kilt, and it. Let's face it.
That's it.
I've still got.
I don't know if you'll find much up there, but yep.
Prime beef quarter pounder.
The ones that I've got to catch up on tonight is basically. He's back again. Spiky is back again, by the way. I followed him absolutely ages ago, so I've got Spikies to do. I've got Escher's here, so Wet and Windy Run with Lockwood. Who else?
I was gonna name that play date, but I was worried about you getting kind of jealous. So I thought I'd better not.
Play date, yeah.
If you haven't seen, obviously I've got Jim's to do because Jim always does Finally Friday, so I've got to catch up. But great thumbnail on that with that whatever it is looks like a tank.
I've got to say, Jim.
Yeah,
I've got to say, Jim, your videos, you are so hyperactive on them when you're talking. It's absolutely brilliant. And to see you sat here for over 2 hours and not said hardly a word, it's not right. It's like this is a fake Jim Diesel we got on here. This ain't the real one.
Yeah, I was about to say, because where's Cookie Monster or whatever?
Yeah, I got Cookie. I'm not at home at the minute. I'm away working, so yeah, I got Cookie Monster with me.
No, but Jim, your videos are actually brilliant because you're so hyperactive on them, and you really get me chuckling through. Thank you for that.
Do you know what's good about Jim's videos is the things that he meets on the motorway.
Yeah,
they're absolutely brilliant, and you catch it every single time. It's brilliant. It's like every time Finally Friday comes on, that's what I'm waiting for. What's he seen on the motorway this week?
Oh, today's video is sponsored by Knobbing a Van.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you what, I've nicked that a couple of times, Jim. I'm sorry, I've nicked that a couple of times. Sponsored by, I've nicked that a couple of times, and it is funny. I do like it. Thank you for that. That's brilliant. And what I really want to know is, and I want to know how you found this woman that farts in jars.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was on. So I follow a couple of other YouTubers out in the States, and they did a video about it, about her.
Right.
Yeah, and
I thought perhaps you followed her on OnlyFans or something.
No, that's how I found out about her. Yeah, she's fucking crazy. Yeah,
farting
in a jar.
fucking admin stitches. That really did.
How does that work though? Because surely you must just be itching to open it up and smell it.
Well, yeah, that's what she does. That's what she sells
That's
it
what
to
she's
people.
selling
She
them
made $50,000 in a week, but she ended up going into hospital because she, for a diet, she was taking protein powders and she was like eating beans, and anyway, she got admitted into hospital in the end.
Ended up with 200,000 fucking medical bill. Yeah.
Yeah,
I must admit, I actually bought.
But yeah, Jim, your videos are so hyperactive. You must have ADHD when you do them.
I actually bought one of the
really
jars.
good.
I did. Honestly, I bought one of the jars, and
Cheers.
it's lovely. It's lovely. It's like in a nice presentation jar. It's one of the. Is it a Kellner jar with the clips and the seal on it? And
so where is it? Where is it said?
No, it's downstairs. I've already opened it, but see when I opened it up,
you had a sniff.
No, it's like see when you open it.
Just a one-off.
I knew that was coming.
I
was worried where this was going, but that's pretty tame.
We're not there yet.
No, give it a couple of hours.
Just about 5 minutes before Simon's sleeping.
Yeah, just before I fall asleep.
That's about what, 1:30 in the morning, maybe about 2 in the morning. Usually start to kind of go a bit.
I made it till nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. I think Steve said to me, he said, "What time is it over there in the UK?" I went, 2 o'clock. I'll go to bed. Good night. Nice bike, and I just fucking signed off.
Oh, that's
Or at least that's what I perceived to have said. I've no idea what I actually said because I was gone.
Well, see, the thing about it is, Simon, I've actually fell off my chair in Stevie's live stream and they left me for half an hour sleeping in the carpet before I sat up again and went, I don't know what happened. Just slept. I went to my bed.
The thing is, he's what, 6 hours ahead of it, or behind us, and he's 6 hours, 5 hours behind us.
Yeah, Canada.
One of the first times I was ever on one of Stevie's live streams, and this is when he was pounding out live streams constantly.
Yeah.
And it was, he did a 14-hour live stream.
Jesus.
And I was on the live stream right at the start, and I did 3 hours, and I was like, right, guys, I need to go. I'm up early in the morning because I take the wife to work and whatever. Signed off, woke up in the morning, checked my phone. They were still on the live stream.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So I went back on. And they're all sitting like that. Oh, Stephen. Oh, man. What is that, man?
And you were like the beginning of the Jim Diesel's video. You were like, man!
Are you still on? What's this all about?
There's a legendary one, Zed, where you were on Stevie's live stream and you were a bit worse for wear.
Oh, no, let's not go there.
I think there's happened more than one. Yeah.
I think that's a kind of a regular occurrence.
That's it.
You have to be more specific, mate.
I'll tell you what, I went on one of Stevie's live streams and I was just sitting in the chat, and actually, Zed, you came in because you'd just been on a night out and you were stood up, and it must have been in your living room or something.
Aye, that's right.
That's
right. In fact, I ate a whole trifle that night. On Stevie's live stream. And my wife had cooked a whole tray of scones, and I went in, I switched my camera off and went into the kitchen. I buttered every single scone on the tray, and I came in with a whole plate of scones, and I sat on Stevie's live stream just eating scones.
Brilliant.
Everyone's like, "Said, what are you eating?" I'm like, "Shh, it's all right." It's fine.
Fucking brilliant. I'll tell you, we get up to laugh from here, don't we?
Yeah. It is a good place to hang out on a Friday night, isn't it?
There's worse places.
I'll tell you, why didn't we start this a few years ago? This has been fun. This is really fun. It really is.
It's a good night out, isn't it? It's like end of the week, all your troubles and that, just sit there and chat to the boys.
Yeah, just sit there and chat to the granddads. Let's go, boys.
Check out what your kids have been up to this week.
Oh, my boy.
I'll tell you what, it's a bit much though, Rev. On a Friday night, we come in for a nice adult chat, and we got to babysit people as well. I mean, come on.
Oh, I know, yeah. But he's had his Farley's rusks for tonight.
I know.
He's had his rusk. He's all right. Yeah.
But young man, you've had enough time on that computer tonight.
He has, hasn't he? I'll tell you what, he's going for that fucking gold badge for completing every Pornhub there is going.
I am, mate. I am. Me and Lockwood are doing the
completed Pornhub badge. He's going for it.
I don't need it.
Oh yeah. Got to mention the girls come in here as well. So say hi to Biker's wife.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
And girls, absolutely.
And the girls, yeah. That was because that was in one of the streams last. I think we covered this subject last week. And some guy, I'm not going to mention what channel it is, but it's a local Milton Keynes channel, Bikers channel, Simon, on Facebook.
Spill the beans.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Share.
Yeah,
the biker channel on biker channel for Milton Keynes. I think it's got 10,500 subscribers. And basically, this girl had put on that. Just passed my mod 2. Been riding for the last 5 or 6 years on a 125. Now decided to take the plunge and step up to a big bike. I bought myself a CBF 1000. and some guy had actually commented on that feed. Why didn't you stick to a 125? Women are better off in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. Women should not be allowed on big bikes because you can't have
MK Bikers was that?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Silly Billy.
The guy that actually put the comment up had, I think it was 5,500 replies in the first 6.5 minutes.
Yep.
And then they went across to his personal page and started hacking at his personal page.
Yeah.
He took some major abuse. And then he come back. He started a second page because obviously he shut his first page down, come back and went, I still think women should not be riding big bikes. All right. So you're going to tell people like Username Kate, Itchy Boots, all the big 2 wheels and a ponytail that they shouldn't be riding bikes? It doesn't matter what sex you are, what age you are. If you've got the experience, then, you know, as far as we're concerned, we're all bikers. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, young, old.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we've all got 2 wheels. What's your problem? Get on with it.
That's one thing about the biker community in general. It's like there's no agenda. If you're riding, it's all good. And that's the thing about it. It's like when somebody comes in with their own agenda and tries to push it on to everyone else, that's when bikers really kick back. And just like, no, that's not happening, because I have, in my time in riding, I've seen some of the girl riders, and I'll tell you one thing, their chicken strips are smaller than mine, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, because they know how to ride bikes. And in fact, one of the girls who Rev, you always say you like the chippy runs, and we go down to the car park in Largs. Lockwood, Mark usually know Roxy. And like if any of you have not followed her name's Round the World Roxy, RTW Roxy.
Let me go and have a look. Round the World Roxy.
Yeah.
Is that Roxy that's got the Panigale?
No, she's got the CBR. She's going round the world in a CBR. She used to hang out with the guys down in Largs. She's now traveling all around the world. She had to come back over because of COVID and borrowed somebody's bike and rode that in Scotland when we were allowed to. And now she's away back over, and she's basically starting to upload again. So like when you're talking about girls riding bikes, that's the type of girl biker I think of. They're inspirational.
There we go. I'm gonna put a page up on the link there, guys. I've just subbed her actually. So damn good channel actually.
No, it's fantastic. She's a cracking lass as well. She really is.
Yeah.
See, everybody
talking about.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, like Username Kate. Now, obviously, she rides for BMW, big BMW dealer. I met her down at the show when we did the Birmingham one for the MCN. Went across, met her and Foggy, and she's absolutely brilliant. And she's got like, I think 30,000 followers. She's got a huge channel. Just chatting away to her, and she's actually subbed my channel, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
and she chats to me on Instagram. How's the bikes going? How's the clips going? I'm like, bloody hell, you know.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Plus,
I got a reply from Username Kate on one of her videos for last week, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Username Kate's actually replied to me on a video.
Just, as I say, just a biker, you know.
Yeah.
She's went full time. She's given up the job at BMW, so she's going to try it for a year and go full time, see where she gets with it. So well done to her.
You've got to respect that. You really do. It's like obviously there must come a time. It's like being like under 400 subscribers. The time is not for me, but I would love it to be the fact that YouTube being a full time thing. That would be amazing.
It would be.
Yeah, Crumbly's just literally. I'm just gonna, Crumbly. At the end of the day, female or male, we're all bikers. Exactly.
100%.
100%.
Totally agree.
Yeah, no difference at all.
Totally agree.
You take because obviously earlier on in the show we had Ali in the show, Ali Langley. Now her partner Hayden, he rides. He's got a Diversion 600. She came down the garage and bought a Lexmoto Iska. That Iska is still as clean as the day it came out the showroom. Simon's seen it. And she does the when we do the sausage runs, last Sunday of the month, we do the sausage run out of the garage. She's always there, and she rode in the freezing cold with us down to Super Sausage. Well, she was with Andy as well. I think there was Andy. What's the other guy that was it Stevie or something that was with us?
Yeah, we had Steve, new biker.
Yeah, new biker was there. She actually tagged along on her little 125, and she kept up with us. All right, we were doing 55, 60, you know, just to keep it.
That's because I kept the speed down. You lot kept fucking off ahead. You know you did, and it says so on my video.
Because I was in
footage. Yeah, he was getting a flyby. I know.
I was impersonating a Scotsman at the time, or a pirate, as some people said.
Okay, yeah.
But she tags along for all of our rides. She does really, really well. So, you know, good. You know, at the end of the day, she's a female biker on a 125. Shelley that rides with Steph.
I'll tell you what, and Andy done her a favour when she got up there because he let her put her hand in his glove.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you know,
she was cold, bless her. She was cold.
Shelley had a little 125. I think it was ZSB or something. No,
I think we only got separated at the Stony Roundabout, and her and Aidan turned up after us. But yeah, we all stayed together and we kept it down for her. But
and like Shelley's now gone from a 125 up to a 600. So you know the girls are progressing.
I'll tell you what, Shelley's funny. Shelley from Gorham. She's funny because she rode past my work the other day, and I work in Hemel, and I stood there and I wasn't in bike gear or anything else, and I just started waving like a lunatic at me, and she looked at me while she was riding, and she sort of put her hand up as if to say, "Hello, who are you?"
Yeah.
I've been waiting to see her bump into her next, and that was me. Sorry, I was waving it like a lunatic outside work.
Yeah. Username Kate's now on YouTube full time. Yeah, she actually put a post up saying, you know, should I do it? Should I not? And everyone said, yeah, go for it. You know, you're never going to know if it's going to work unless
surely, if you're going to go to YouTube full time, you need to be consistent with uploads, right? To get the views and revenue, right?
Up, yeah.
But if you look at username Kate, like she's only got like 3 videos, and then it goes to 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like she uploads like once a month. I don't get how you can. How can you do that full time without consistent viewers?
No, that's all bullshit, mate. You know all that uploading with the algorithm and everything. I've played that game. I was fucking uploading. Well, I upload every Friday with and I consistently. I mean, I've got nearly 500 videos. Nah, it's bullshit.
Guys, I'm going to take this chance. I've put in the comments that I'm going to jump off, so I just didn't want to fuck off and.
No
worries, you take care, buddy.
I've just picked that up in my private chat. Yeah, take care, Mark. Thanks for
popping in,
safe,
everybody. Yeah, and I'll catch you soon.
Have a good weekend working. Well, we're all not. Yeah.
All the best, Mark. Take care, man.
Take care.
Take care. Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Marine's just joined us as well. Look at this 2 Live crew. Yeah. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I've got a few gaps. If anybody wants to jump in on the StreamYard link, I'm going to slam it up one more time. Let's copy this over to the clipboard.
I'm calling it a night as well. I've got work tomorrow, so
time for a diaper change.
Take care, Brandon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
As usual, Brandon. It was nice seeing you. Take care, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Right.
See you later,
Before you go, Brandon,
care, buddy.
Plug your mental health awareness one more time for us, mate.
So I run a group called the 1000cc Club. We're hosting a mental health motorcycle event to bring more awareness to mental health. It's going to be on the 14th of August, I think. I was kind of hoping someone's going to jump in, but I think it's Sunday anyway. And yeah, the charity we've chosen is Mental Health Motorbike, and what they do is they use the money that we donate to them, and it costs £300 to send anyone on a course to train to deal with people with mental health. And what that then makes you able to do is go out into the community with a flask or a cup of tea, sit down with people, and know how to talk to people. And I think that's what comes down to. We're all here. We're all like, yeah, we'll be an ear and everything like that. But what do you say? You know, and I think that's kind of the vital bit. Yeah. So that's who we've chosen, and that's the reason why.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it really. I mean,
great cause.
I need to write up a like an event thing. I mean, we've got the event thing going, but I need to write up in the description of what's going to be happening.
Do something on a JPEG so it can be shared on Facebook and everything else with the dates.
Yeah, so this is the thing.
And all that
I
sort
need
of
to
stuff.
find someone who's good with Photoshop who could help me out so I can create a digital flyer.
Just write it up, save it as a JPEG. It's easy.
Yeah, no, but I want pictures because people get attracted to colors and pictures. They don't get attracted to text. So that's my next step.
Grab a pic off of Google. There you go.
Yeah, I might do some JPEG paint thing until someone might correct it one day. I don't know, but no, it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, I'll message Simon and Rev more information. I was supposed to write it up tonight, but I got carried away in the live stream, so I'm probably going to write it up now, to be honest, but just before bed. And thanks very much for having me on the stream.
No, that's not a problem. Drop me some stuff over, mate. I'll put a few feelers out. I'll have a word with message the guys at Drift and LS2, see if they can give me some freebies for you.
Yeah, no, that'd be mega, mate. That'd be mega.
Yeah.
Awesome, Brandon. Take care, buddy.
No worries, guys. I shall see you later.
All the best, bud.
Take care, buddy.
Night. Past his bedtime anyway, so.
Quick rusk before he goes off to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've got Brandon on rusks. We've got Zed on Buckfast.
Yeah, I'm on Jack Daniels.
Oh, broken tailbone. Ouch.
Oh, good stuff.
That's a nasty one.
Oh, man.
Oh, that hurts.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, I didn't get as far as cracking mine. I ended up with a compressed C1 and 2, but that was bad enough, and it bloody hurts. You can't sit down for ages. Horrible. But
yeah. That's T1 and 2, not C1.
Is it T1 or
bottom 2? Because the C1's up here in your neck, so you want the T in the tail.
Yeah, it's the bottom 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 at the bottom.
CRLT. Yeah.
Ah, now I know.
L being lumbar. Is that right?
Yep. RB rib area. Yep. CVC spine neck and TB the little tail you ain't got anymore. Yeah.
Yep. Except what was the guy in Shallow Hal?
Oh yeah.
Wiggly. He had the wee tail, didn't
he? Used to wag like a dog, didn't it?
Roland evening.
Oh, Roland then.
But anyway, Biker's wife, I hope you heal well, mate, and you're sitting on that donut and you're doing everything you have to, because, wow.
Yeah. I've got one under my crash helmet. So, evening, Rowley. Good to see you, mate.
Sneezing is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Coccyx tailbone, yeah.
Yeah, coccyx, yeah.
I feel for you, man. It's going to be tough. Heal well.
No, we're still doing well. We've still got 22 following the show. MT's still with us.
Well done, MT. MT's got to come on the live stream. Come on, MT.
MT,
I think
get your ass on camera.
You should, MT.
Come and show us your arm.
Come and show us. Come on, MT. Come and show us how you're doing, and we can say hello to Tina and your daughter as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. So Rowley's here. If I'm just gonna run through a couple of.
Sorry, I've got fucking Naked Attraction on the telly, and it's like a fucking 65-inch TV with Vag all over it.
Yeah, we can see it in your glasses.
That's unusual. That's unusual, Andy. You've usually got Pornhub on the TV.
See that? Logwood, see, just as you're saying that, I'm thinking to myself, Andy's got dead hairy eyebrows.
Oh, nasty.
Just a quick one. It popped up on my feed. Spicy 110 has been out today riding the storm. So he's
fucking
been
idiot. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll say that out loud.
It's not a good message to be putting across, but anyway.
I don't know.
He's out on the beach. Full weather, blowing in off the beach on his bike. All the seaside huts all blown down. Bits of plastic and everything flying everywhere, and he's out filming it.
Brilliant.
And he probably still wanted the
Mind you, saying that, I can't say anything because when Hurricane Matthew hit Orlando a few years ago, I was out on Harley, so I can't actually complain or say anything. But yeah, it's sort of like, you know, I've rented it for the 5 days. I'm going to fucking use it.
Exactly, yeah. If you're going to ride a Harley, at least ride it well. I can't remember who it is. I know it's one of the Australian bikers rides an M109. And I can't remember if it's Rowley or if it's one of the other guys.
I think it's Rowley. I think it is because he's got a few bikes.
It's one of his bikes. I do know he's got a ZX14 or ZZR14 as well, which is a beast.
Mm-hmm. We had a guy.
Rowley's had work done on his ZZR.
We had a guy came in. He phoned the garage on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, looking to sell his bike, and I went, "All right, yeah, we buy used bikes. What you got?" "Oh, I've got a Suzuki, but it's an M109R." And I went, "Oh, okay. How much you looking for?" And he gave me a price, and I went, "Oh, brilliant. What's the condition?" And he sent me a few photos. Nice looking bike. And then we went all through our like trade dealer list and that, and I went, "Right, what's your mileage on the bike?" 28,000. That's not bad. Kilometers.
Wow.
What? It's a French import.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, half the price.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I said to him, as soon as you do an import bike, it's half the price. "Oh, you're not interested?" Yeah. Nah, stick it on a private channel, mate. Not interested in it. But
nobody wants a bike that's got his mileage in kilometers anyway.
Yeah, but it's the M109R Intruder, Suzuki Intruder, 1800cc.
Very nice.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Biker's wife is doing some work for you. She's just telling everybody to hit the thumbs up. Come on.
Oh. Thank you very much. Doing the work for me.
Lived in Lakeland She lived in Lakeland for 12 years. Lakeland where? Florida? I'm assuming.
It's me as well as that. It is Rody that's got the M109. Yay.
Yeah, it is. There you go. Hey, I've got another one right. Yeah, do I win a prize?
You get the top of the class. You'll get a little hat and a badge.
I get a little hat. Oh, thank you.
That means you get to swear on the channel, Simon.
Oh, fucking really? Come on, let's face it, because I'm real. When have you not known me to swear? I'll tell you what, I've been really good tonight. I've been on my best behaviour.
If he gets that 109 down, I might hook it out for a quick test ride. But it's
Lakeland, Florida. There you
go. Oh, excuse me.
I've probably ridden. Actually, I've ridden around there. I have actually ridden around Lakeland in Florida. Wow. Did you see two really strange English people on a electric ride coming through there one day? Because it was me.
The only bit we did was when we did Florida was like the normal thing, like Epcot and Wet and Wild and Disneyland. The only bad memory I've got is going out to Clearwater Beach,
right
into that deli bar and buying that bloody sandwich.
You completely missed Daytona Beach. You got to get down to Daytona Beach, and off the beach there, it's down one of the side streets. I can't remember the name of the street, but it's a little shop called Hot Levers, which sounds wrong to start with. But yeah, you go into Hot Levers, and anything you want biker apparel, they will sell you, including untold number of patches. And I bought Andy a patch from there, actually, POW one, because I know Andy supports all that. So yeah. It's Hot Levers in Daytona Beach, and they've got a website actually. They sell T-shirts and all sorts of crap.
Well, we went over the other side. We went to Clearwater, found a deli bar, walked in, and I asked them for a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich, and they went, "Oh, you can have a chicken. Have you got a chicken? Oh, club sandwich. Okay, whatever. Just want a sandwich. Eat in." "No, I'm going to take it and sit on the beach." And they laughed at me. And I went and sat on the beach with the sandwich. It lasted all of 20 seconds because I got mobbed by seagulls. But they gave me a free sandwich because when I went running back in, they said it was worth it just to watch the crazy Englishman getting attacked by seagulls on the beach. But it was good. Quick one from went out back and preached.
Daytona. There's a tiki bar, and I can't remember the name of it. If it comes to me before the end of the stream, I'll mention it. But there's a tiki bar that is really good there. And like I say, go to Hot Levers and buy your apparel from there. It's brilliant.
Spider-Man's back.
Oh no, it's the man himself. It's oh god, what was it? Deadhead.
Zed. Oh. It's Zed Paul.
Zed Paul, that's it. Yeah, Zed Paul. Oh, no, it's Spider-Man, isn't it? Oh no, it's Spider-Man.
Oh no, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spiderhead.
Is that when you wank into your hand and you go like that?
Love it. Oh Jesus H. How the hell is he going to drink through that?
He ain't going to, is he? He's fucked that up, hasn't he?
I've just realised just how big his fucking nose is, though. See when you see him like that.
I was going to say it looks like Kenny the Lizard, but
brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. You can't beat it, can you? Right, we're going to do about another 5-10 minutes, and then we're going to switch over to Simon's channel. Simon takes over the live stream.
Yeah, quarter to 11,
some people have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, mate.
You should have gone to bed 47 minutes ago.
I know, yeah. I normally only go till 10, don't I?
Well,
that's what the wife says.
Yeah, exactly. Right, where's Simon gone? He's buggered off now. He's gone to get another drink before he gets pissed too much. But how many we got left on the stream? We've got 23 left on the stream. So, right, let's start going around the channels anyway. So, Simon says go to his channel in 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll do another 7 minutes or so, and then we'll. Why has he got an Eagles flag in the back? We should take the mick out of them. American football. Yeah,
I don't follow it.
These guys have got odd shaped balls.
Yeah, but you know what they say. English rugby is American football for the men that don't wear the armour. We play it the proper way.
Yeah.
Send an American footballer to play rugby and then see how he gets on without the padding.
Have you seen the women's American football where they wear G-strings and that? Have you seen?
No.
You're missing out. It's amazing. They've got the shoulder pads and that, but they wear thongs and that. It's awesome.
Right, so before we finish off the stream for tonight, plans for the weekend, and we'll start with Stuart.
Plans for the weekend, I am going down to Ayr. It's not for me, it's for my son. There's a skate park down there called Shred. So I'm going down there for about 4 hours on Sunday. I've got a bike sitting with a brand new exhaust, brand new battery, that I've not even fitted yet. It's looking at me with its wee sad eyes, but sadly the weather right this minute is not sort of conducive to bike riding. So for me, decorating Saturday, how much fun, and skate parking Sunday.
Could be worse. It could be sunny outside.
I'd be riding. By the way, Robert, it's like the wife's going away May, a weekend in May. I'll need to get I've got a pass out for the whole weekend, so I was thinking a little
Sky that weekend.
A little camping weekend. I was thinking, or like that place you were talking about.
Yeah. It's only 26 quid for the night, buddy. Yeah. So if 6 years go there, we could just get the whole dorm.
Sounds awesome, mate. Sounds awesome.
Sure, just send me the dates. Send me the dates.
Spot on, man. Spot on.
Okay, good.
What are you up to, Locke? Anything good this weekend?
I may have to work this weekend. I've got a couple of things with the girls, and Mrs. Lotlow's going out, so I'm going to have the girls tomorrow. But I really need to get in the garage and get the bike serviced, and the VFR, the speedo's not working. So it's not been working for a couple of weeks, so I need to get that done. But what I have been doing over the last wee while is going through some of my old videos and plucking some content, and I've got a couple of videos that are going up, just wee 5-minute videos, which are spurts from older videos, but it's kind of that VFR NES type video. So it's I've got a couple of them that's going to go up, so I'm just finishing the edit on them. So that'll be me, doing that.
Excellent. Andy, what are you up for this weekend?
Well, I'm just going to chill out. I've got to fiddle with the bike. I've got to play with some of the pro mode settings and set some of the pro modes up on the bike, so I've not really touched those yet. But other than that, no, just going to chill. First weekend off in months, so yeah.
Right,
Just
so
chilling.
everybody, there are still 23 people in the room. We're going to end our stream here. We're going to pop across to this channel. So Simon GTR 1400 on YouTube.
Everybody pop across except for Crazy Dad Biker. I don't want him in there.
I've got to put up with him tomorrow because I've got to ride his bike tomorrow. I was going to go today, but it was just too windy.
Actually, Dave, Rev, I'll come up and I'll ride it for him. How's that?
Take it out and thrash it. Yeah.
They can get subscribed and hitting that thumbs up.
Like, subscribe.
I'll video it. It'll be a burning wreck at the end of it, and it'll get loads of subscribers and loads of views. It'll be brilliant. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's brilliant. Yeah. So don't forget, obviously, over to this channel now, Simon GTR 1400 after my stream ends. If you are hanging around on Sunday, don't forget Exeter Rider normally has a channel up on a Sunday evening. Got to go for driving back to Milton Keynes. Yeah, obviously watching a bit of Phil get that truck back. Yeah, so Phil's been out to buy us, get us a Navara. So he's on his way back, but he's having a good time. So I shall catch you in the morning, Phil.
Yeah.
Phil,
he's been playing fucking What's It while you've been away, mate. I'll tell you, he really has.
Playing with his What's It's more like.
yeah. That's all right. I've got Becca in the morning. She's got to buy the bacon rolls. So thanks to everybody that's come in on the stream, though. Got to be careful with him down there, Crazy Dad Biker, because he's got a tracker on that LXR.
That's all right. I can find it. I know where it is.
Yeah, but thanks for everyone that's coming in tonight. Much appreciated. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. All the bikers that are in this room and all the others are all in the description. So roll onto my YouTube description. And as always, whatever you're doing this weekend, be well, ride safe, go across to Simon's channel. And from RB, guys, big goodbye for me. And we'll see you for the sausage run on Sunday. Watch out for the video. Till then, have a good day. Cheers,
Take care, buddy.
All the best, man.
Bye now.